and we're live on a Tuesday night talking about the Monday Night Raw review that was in my neck of the woods, in my backyard in Cleveland, Ohio. Um, for the most part, this was a tame Monday Night Raw. This was coming off of a spectacular Royal Rumble to some. This was a tame Monday Night Raw. I mean, we got some news. We got some more trades that happened before the trade window closed. Um, we got the Royal Rumble winners giving they you know speeches about what they're going to be expected from the future. Though one was better than the others. I'm gonna give you. I guess you could know what the Yeet one was. But before we get into that, in the middle, like in the middle of last night, like 3 something in the morning, I saw that pretty much it was broken at 2 o'clock in the morning that I guess Duke Hudson of Chase U from NXT was released quietly sometime in January. The release wasn't even yesterday. It already happened. We just not finding out about it yesterday night, or in the middle of the morning, unless yesterday. But yeah, that was kind of shocking to me. So that's why I put it in the title, because before we get to the review, because most of everything else happened within the show. But it was just like, wow. I remember they had that little feud with Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland beat them and they broke up. And I guess after that he wrestled a house show and then he just was gone. He was just gone. They released him in January. So that means Thea Hale and Chase is the only people. Andre Chase is the only people left of Chase U, I guess. So what I'm guessing is they're going to bring Chase up to the main roster and have Thea Hale still go on her little singles run within NXT. I can see her going in for the NXT Women's North American title and all that type of stuff. So that's pretty much what I think about this whole situation. I think it's crazy to the fact that they released somebody and we didn't even know until like almost a month later. Because I think they said it happened not in the beginning of January, but in the middle of January. So it was way before we even got here. This was like week 2 or week 3 of January, which means this is probably right the week before whatchamacallit. This probably happened the week before a Saturday Night Main Event. They say it's the middle of the month, so this was either the week before or the week of Saturday Night's Main Event. But I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy that just for that news just to break just now, and this guy's been gone for weeks. So I just thought it was a little bit of fun thing, not fun, but a little bit of thing to talk about newsworthy wise before we get into the Monday Night Raw review. So I'm just gonna quickly get everybody's reaction to that. Jeff, what did you think about his release?
Hey, it is what it is. It happens all the time. Hey, good luck wherever you go. Hey, short and sweet.
Short and sweet. Dust yourself fall. Get back on that horse. Leo, what do you think about his release?
I mean, it was kind of shocking. I mean, I felt like the way they were kind of telling some stories within NXT, from what I've seen, it looked like they're telling a story where maybe Chase U does come back in some capacity and reform. And I feel like this would have been a cool thing to see play out on TV, and then having Duke be part of the whole thing and see what he does with this new revamped version of it. I feel like they're telling the story because they tease this. Now, I've seen Chase U, but probably will be coming back, but I think it'll have a new not leadership, but like new members to an extent. Because if you look at on NXT a couple weeks ago, they were doing a segment with Chase U, and looked like he was getting a new person to be part of his team. And then it also looked in the background, you also saw none other than Kalani Jordan, who could potentially is being rumored to be part of this as well.
Mm.
But I don't know if that's going to be really what's going to happen because they're definitely teasing her turning heel, which I think is the end goal for her. So I don't know if I could see her being in it. But if they were to make this a heel faction, then definitely. Um, I do think Duke Hudson has a lot to offer wherever he does go. I think he's someone that I think has a lot of the potential to be something really big. Um, just I guess it just wasn't in the cards. Hopefully he does find success somewhere else, and hopefully he does continue wrestling. I'm looking forward to see what he can do next and what he can offer to whatever company he is, whether if that is in the AEW potentially, or if it is in the Indies, or if it is going to New Japan, or
TNA.
even
TNA.
or in my personal opinion, I think the best goal for him is TNA. I mean, him going to TNA, he could still be part of the NXT, go to NXT still. So I think TNA would probably be the best option for him. I think they would definitely utilize him to the best of their ability. He could add a lot of depth to the X Division title scene or the world title scene over there. So I think there's multiple things that they can do with him if they were to put him in TNA.
Okay. All right. Very insightful. Shay, what do you think about
I
Mr. Duke Hudson's release from WWE?
I don't know. I don't watch NXT, so I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I barely watch NXT.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we
Right.
don't want to see nobody lose their job, but you know, it's a business. It's a business. We will be getting joined by Chris. I see Chris is in the house, so he's getting himself together, and we're gonna be, joined with him shortly. But now for the Monday Night Raw portion of this, we do kick off Monday Night Raw with the first of two Royal Rumble winners, Mr. Yeet Man Jay Uso, and I'm proud to say my city came alive for my boy Jay. We made him feel
Yes.
welcome. We made him feel loved. We gave that man so much love. It was so much so they did they did it for about 10 minutes. I did laugh at that. I'm like, okay, that's enough of love, Jay. We need to hear you talk now, but I guess we're gonna do 10 minutes of yeeting. But hey, there's more
He
love
deserved it.
than my girl Lyra's been getting. Jesus Christ. She has won the title, has not done anything with it, and still only got a video package again. But anyway, that's more on that later. But what's up, Sabian? Thanks for joining us, buddy. But yeah, no. So after 10 minutes of yeeting and Jay Uso basically being out of breath, he finally cut a passionate Lara trash. Yeah, I mean, the way they booking her, the way they booking
Whoa,
Lyra,
whoa, whoa! Not too much on my girl, Lyra.
the way they've been booking Lyra, yeah, I mean, kind of bad, kind of bad. But like I said, after 10 minutes of yeeting, Jay Uso cut a passionate, emotional promo, which is why I say his was better than Charlotte's, and the fact that even though Charlotte's was kind of better in the talking wise because she did a lot more talking, a lot more setting up stuff. Jay Uso's for the most part was just about appreciating his family and friends and how oh yeah, there you go, Chris. He called you Christopher. But
Christopher.
before I forgot, before we go even further, let's take a minute.
Hey, his whole government.
Let's take a minute. Hold on. Let's take a minute. Happy birthday, Chris.
Right. Happy birthday,
Happy
Chris.
birthday.
It's Big Chris's birthday. So this is a special birthday edition of the Wrestling Pit podcast. Because we celebrating also Big Chris's birthday. What's up? You with you 29 now? You getting old?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
He said, yeah, like, hey, that. He was like, oh, God, I'm getting
Hey, I
old.
see some gray hairs through the screen.
Dang, man.
It happened.
Well, the good thing is I finally got my new desk, and I finally got, like I told Jeff, finally got my PS5. So I was like, about damn time.
Okay.
I
he
was like, I've
got
been
PS5. He joined the PlayStation game over here. Though I can't say I'm just only PlayStation. I'm PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. So I got all
Nintendo.
three.
Yep.
but
It's
Yeah.
all about that Microsoft.
yeah, I want to take that moment to say happy birthday to Chris. But now, yeah, back to Jay Uso's promo. He yeah, it was just very packed. You could tell he was like trying to keep his emotions in because he was like basically on the verge of tears and crying because he, talked about how he didn't believe that he could make it outside of the tag team division, and that he didn't have confidence that he could even be where he's at right now. But now, after winning last night's Royal Rumble, now he do. Now he got that confidence, and he said, and guess what? It's just me, Oos. It's gonna be just me, Oos, in the main
It's just
event
me,
of
you.
WrestleMania. And before he could go further, because he looked like he was getting ready to talk about it could be either Gunther or Cody.
Oh, God.
He
Good
did say
job.
something about going to
Nah,
talk to
nah, nah,
Cody, but
nah.
he would get interrupted um by Gunther, who Gunther basically came out and trashed all over Jay Uso's Royal Rumble victory. He said if it was John Cena, if it was CM Punk, Roman Reigns, any of the other guys that would have won, he would have felt inspired. He would have felt something of value to it because then he would have something in it for him. He'll be able to prove that he's the best amongst the best. But with Jay Uso winning, he said he don't. It's nothing. He said he don't. He gains nothing from Jay Uso winning because he just beat Jay Uso. He's beaten him before. So he said he's mastered the art of what he said, promo or something. He said he mastered the art of where he made everybody think that he was losing his grip on this and on the title and everything, but really he was always in control. And that he told Jey Uso, for you, you got everything to gain, and for me, I got everything to lose. So that if you pick me to go against me at WrestleMania, it's going to be the most violent main event at WrestleMania in WWE history because he's going to make every day a living hell for Mr. Jey Uso. So, but he said the good thing is you have other options, and I advise you to take it. But Jay has let it be known that Obafemi is not even going to be in the card because he just said, you know what? He said, hey, he said, I'm gonna go talk to Cody on Friday. He said, but he was just gonna let you know that he is that guy, and he is in the main event. Whether it be him, whether it be Gunther, he's gonna walk in as the Royal Rumble 2025 winner, and he's gonna leave WrestleMania as the winner and champion. And that was pretty much your promo from there. Great promo. Like I said, this was better than Charlotte's because even though it wasn't a lot of talking as much as Charlotte's was, it was more well received. The audience didn't really almost boo Jay out the building. uh like they did Charlotte, but like I said, we'll get to that later. But I liked it because it actually came from a person who was never been there before. So it was like real emotions. I bought into his emotions. I brought into everything he was saying because this is a guy who already had like won the Royal Rumble, who already went to WrestleMania and all that time. So everything is new for this guy. We get everything new from Jey Uso when it comes to this level of success. Whereas Charlotte, been there, done that. We've seen it before. So, with that being said, Chris, we haven't heard from you in a long time. What did you think about Jey Uso's promo?
Uh, so Jay Uso's promo, it was definitely pretty good. I mean, I told you a little bit, man. I was like, you're not going to the show, so I was like, it's a little bit. I was thinking to myself, I was like, a little bit, man, should have been there, so you can tell
I
us
should have been
how
there.
that crowd, how
I'm
that
gonna be there next. I'm gonna be there for SmackDown or the next time Raw show up. Though, trust me, I'll be
got
there.
to, because I want to know how that
Yeet.
atmosphere felt and everything.
I can tell you it was great. I can tell you it was great just from the Jey Uso part. I can tell you just from looking at it, from being at home, just looking at it. There was some stuff that they wasn't really coming alive for, but they mostly came alive for Jay and somewhat for Charlotte and Rhea. They really came alive for Rhea. They even came alive for Liv in a way or such. So
Uh,
it was
yeah.
a cool, it was an atmosphere that you want to be a part of. But go ahead, finish
Okay.
your thought.
But yeah, like I was saying, Jay Uso promo, it was pretty good. They were so happy, they wouldn't even let this man like freaking talk. But when Gunther came out, Gunther did had a valid point that if like a John Cena or someone that is a multi-time champion would have, he would have fought at WrestleMania, he would have liked that a whole lot better because that doesn't really do anything if Jey Uso does fight Gunther at WrestleMania. But overall the promo, it was definitely cool, not too much going on, just simple and that easy. But you can tell the emotions from Jay was very high, and he definitely wanted to feel. Yeah, I mean, he felt the love. When he won the Royal Rumble because going back to the Royal Rumble, I know I wasn't on the video when you guys did it for the Royal Rumble review, but but when he was out, like when after he pushed Cena, the crowd was not like cheering or anything. They were like in total shock. And then when he got up on the rope and started doing that, that yeet thing,
The
then
crowd just blew the roof off.
yeah, they couldn't believe it. And Jay couldn't believe it either because he pushed Cena and you just seen Cena was like that. And then I was like, wow. But
Cena did
it
his
was
thing though. I mean, he really didn't need it. I mean, I would have had love for him to win it because it would have guaranteed that he would have been there. But now, because with CM Punk and Cena in the chamber, and I'll get on that later too. Why spoilers
That's
ahead.
wrong.
But now it could be Punk or Cena. But then again, like I said, we'll see. But
all right. I did get a custom shirt by the way for my birthday, if you can tell. I
Wait,
just got like
what did it say?
what it said,
Oh,
eat, sleep,
eat,
yeet,
sleep, geek.
repeat.
yeah. I was like,
Okay.
cool. I just came through the door like what about 10 minutes before I jumped on
Okay.
and it was on the
I see.
table. I was like,
I seen
wow.
your shirt. I was just like, oh, he got a Jey Uso shirt.
I
It's
thought that
pretty
was
cool.
Brock Lesnar's shirt because he had a shirt that said "Eat, Sleep, we
And
Conquer
repeat,
Eat, Sleep,
conquer.
F
Repeat."
F5 repeat,
F
something like
five.
that.
Yeah, I think Brock Lesnar and Roman had a shirt like
They
that.
don't sell his. They don't
Yeah,
sell his
Roman
merchandise
did.
anymore.
Roman did have something like that.
Yeah, Eat, Sleep,
Yep,
Eat,
I'm gonna get
Repeat,
and
something
repeat.
like that.
Eat, sleep, repeat.
Yeah, but no, yeah, that's a nice shirt. Jeff, what did you think about Jay Uso's promo?
Oh, it was great. You know, Jey Uso always kill it on the mic when it comes to his promos. Um, now now he need to teach Jimmy a little thing about the promos. But anyway, Jey Uso, Jey Uso, you gotta finish the story now and win at WrestleMania against against Gunther because we already know you're gonna face Gunther. So
Yeah,
I don't want to see you fight him 50 million times like Cody and Roman. No, get it over with.
all right, all right. Shay,
Wake
what do
up.
you?
Well, yeah, I'm up, baby boy. Well, that's my man or whatever. My man told me to tell you guys thanks for the support and he was emotional on the stage and stuff like that. But that was a once in a lifetime opportunity, so he had to show us the feelings, because you saw me
Mhm.
crying yesterday. That's what he told me to tell you guys. But for the most part, that jump was lit. He had his red shirt on, y'all. That jump was lit. Like, Oh, that
I
joke
couldn't
was
tell if
good.
it was like a red or orange
Yeah,
like color.
I couldn't tell
Yeah,
if it was red or orange. I
it was
didn't
bright.
realize it was red until he did that promo later on with Sammy.
Yeah, it was. That's a bright. I'm surprised he did red. I thought he was gonna wear his pink, but I like how they have different shirts for him. But I mean, I can't wait to see this WrestleMania fit. That's what I'm waiting on because he had a new pants on for Royal Rumble. Y'all saw that, right? It was white
Yeah.
and pink. That jump was fire. Everybody had on pink though. That was weird, but that jump was fire though. His promo was really good. But Gunther, he always got to come out there. His petty ass. He gets on my nerves. But I can't wait. I can't wait for my man to fight because it's gonna be fire.
Yeet.
Yeet. So like Roman said, yeet.
Yeet.
Yeet or no yeet.
You know the one thing I forgot to mention about the Royal Rumble? That Roman was being a babyface in the Royal Rumble. I forgot that whole spots where he was like he was helping Penta do like spots in the ring. Like he
Yeah.
was letting him do that stuff. I was like, oh, I had forgot all about that what we did our review. I'm like, oh my god, I cannot believe that. But yeah. So then we get to the first match of the night, which is Ludwig Kaiser versus Penta, which is why I bring up Penta. Ludwig did cut a promo about how he's angry / jealous of Penta because Penta comes in, gets the pyro, he gets all this stuff that he deserves, and all this type of stuff. So he's going to destroy Penta, right? And they pretty much had a decent match. It was a good match between the two. I think this is like the
It wasn't
second
better than
time.
it wasn't better than his. No, it's his first time.
Oh, this was the first time we seen Penta and Ludwig. I thought this was the second time. I don't know. I don't know
Mm-mm.
why I thought they went together went against each
Because the
other.
first because the first time it was him and the best match he had, which was with Chad Gable.
Okay,
Second
yeah,
time it
then
was with
he
Pete
done,
Dunne.
and then Nas
Pete Dunne did
Ludwig.
okay, and then look at
That was
he
trash.
did okay. Yeah, I like the Chad Gable one a whole lot better.
Yeah, Chad Gable one was a lot better, but this wasn't bad either.
It was alright.
It was
It
cool.
wasn't bad. I like Ludwig
Pete Dunne was a
Kaiser's
little bit
character.
better.
He brings a certain cocky arrogance to him that makes you want to punch him in the face. So
Tweety
then
bird.
but when you think about it, it's like, well, that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to make you want to punch him in the face. So I guess he's doing his job.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
Penta is Penta. They had a good back and forth. They hit some good moves and stuff, but Penta would win by hitting the Penta driver on
Yep.
Ludwig Kaiser.
It is called a picture. That's what I was just about to say. Because some people call
Oh
it
no,
the
I did it wrong.
no,
Ooh.
no. I'm so used to it being called the fear factor.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah,
That
Yeah,
well
was
that's what I was used
they
to.
call it the Penta driver.
Yeah,
the fear factor.
the fear factor.
But then we get Pete Dunne, right? Pete Dunne comes out and he basically it looked like him and maybe Penta was about to get into a brawl, but no, Ludwig Kaiser just come out and just beat Penta up and to be the one to stand tall to where Pete just looking at both Penta and Ludwig Kaiser like he almost looked at Ludwig Kaiser like he didn't want Ludwig Kaiser to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And Ludwig Kaiser looked at Penta. What's up, Luffy? Uh, yeah, he looked at Pete looked at Ludwig like I ain't need your help with that. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
so we're gonna get some type of maybe no one contenders three-way with them. I'm assuming like
Yeah.
for whatchamacallit, because we did get an interesting Braun Breaker promo, which might tie into this that I'll talk about later. But overall, it was a decent match, and I was entertained. Penta is gonna have a bright future for him in WWE. So nothing bad I can really say about the match. It was as good as with Chad Gable, no, but it was kind of better than the Pete Dunne one. It was better than the Pete Dunne one. I would say so far the Pete Dunne match is like the third best match he had, with the first two being uh Chad and Ludwig. So that's just my opinion. Chris, what did you think about this match?
So this match right here, I would have to say it was cool. You know, like you mentioned before, wasn't better than that Chad Gable match. Um, and with Penta's wrestling, I mean, you know, it's cool and everything, but I want them to let him go. Kind of like if you've never seen him in Lucha Underground before, of how he went up in there, and he was like fighting Chelsea Green and all that stuff, whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
I seen that. I seen like clips of him fighting like EO and like that version
yeah,
of
Hmm.
that. Everybody
Yeah.
said that was that version of Damage Control with EO and them and
that was
uh,
more
Chelsea
that was
Green.
that was more like the that was like the Zero Fear type like Penta. That's the Penta that we pretty much, you know,
Mm.
that I remember. And so I seen some little small thing on X, because you know, guys, I be on X. I don't have IG now at all. But but I seen a picture, and a lot of people were speculating that Penta is going back to his darker version of himself. So I was like, okay, I was like, we'll see in due time. I didn't share it with y'all, but I was like, once they start teasing it a little bit more, I think that'll be the best time. And if anyone knows Penta very well, the guy down there, Mr. Leo, he'll tell you more about the dark version of Penta.
What? Hold on. Before Leo get to that, Leo, what?
When he gets to his turn.
Oh, well, go ahead. I didn't know you was finished. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, no. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, well, okay, Leo. Says we need your opinion on that Jay Uso promo before we get your opinion on this Ludwig Kaiser and your expertise on Penta.
Yeah, so with Jey Uso, I feel like, it's an emotional moment for him just because it's like he's been there for what, since 2009, 2010. So with the fact that he's
Something
been
like
here
that,
that
yeah.
long,
12 years.
and it seems like he's kind of gone through different iterations. When he came in, then he became, the face paint Jey Uso, then it became the down since day one ish, then he became the right hand man. Then it's pretty much got to the point that we are at now, where
Uso,
he's pretty much
Uso, pay
his
attention.
own man. And you can tell, like, he never thought he would get to this moment, right? I mean, people, even I feel like it was bound to happen, right? It was bound to happen that he was going to, be at this moment right now. Like, whether if it was him winning Money in the Bank or if it was him winning the Royal Rumble. I think at some point in time we were going to have a conversation where it's he's gonna be the next guy up. So I feel like him having that moment that he did, talking about him winning the Royal Rumble, you can tell he was very emotional. You could tell, like, he was happy because it in his mind it's like, oh, I'm finally here. It's finally my time. So I got to give props to him. I think it's gonna be really interesting what they're gonna do with him heading into Mania, um, and him finally getting to competing for that world championship, regardless of for what it's going to be. Obviously, I feel like it's going to be Gunther, but they're teasing it because then potentially be someone else, maybe a Cody Rhodes, not Obafemi, even though I feel like that match would be really good, but I just don't think it would sit well with fans at all. The fact that you had him win the Royal Rumble, for him just to go down to NXT to win that title, like, that would be so stupid.
You
So
never know.
he's gonna win either championship, and I feel like it's gonna be more likely the world title compared to the WWE championship. I just feel like that title is gonna be meant for the bigger names like your Roman Reigns, your Cody Rhodes, your John Cena's, your Randy Orton's. I feel like it's gonna be
Mhm.
reserved for guys like that. Not to say that Jay
Damian
isn't
Priest.
as popular as those guys to potentially hold that title. I just feel like the world title seems more up his alley.
No, you definitely right about that. I could see him being WWE champion, but I could see him like going the different route of Jeff Hardy. As Jeff Hardy won the WWE Championship first, then he won the World Heavyweight Championship. I can see him win the World Heavyweight Championship first, then eventually the WWE Championship. Um, but as Chris was alluding to, what did you think about this first match with Ludwig and Penta? And he also said, you're the Penta expert because he mentioned something about their possibility of Penta going to the darker side.
Yeah, so I felt like the match was really good. It was decent. It did exactly what it needed to do and put Penta more over. I feel like they're setting up him potentially going after the IC title, which I think would be a good thing for him. You got to think that I feel like Lou Kaiser at this stage, he's becoming a Triple H guy. I think just because you could tell who Triple H likes and then really doesn't like based on them being on TV, and you could tell like Luke has been there every single week for the most part. So you got to think that Triple H loves him, and I think it's only going to be more. He's going to be more featured. I feel like this year, potentially pushing him towards the IC title as well. But I think the right person did win this match. I don't know what they're going to do with Louis Kaiser. It seemed like they're teasing potentially some type of alliance with Louis and Pete Dunne. I don't know if that's going to becoming a tag team or whatnot, but you could tell that they're teasing some type of alliance with those two.
Okay. All right. And what about this thing that Chris is talking about, the possibility of him being a darker version of himself? But then did you hear about that?
Yeah. Now I will say this: Penta has, even though he's a good babyface, but he's just one of those guys that I just feel like he just fits as a heel. He has the presence of a heel just with his presentation, with his ring gear. And if you didn't see some of his previous heel work, it was phenomenal. Like he did some stuff in Lucha Underground, which he was really good at. I think he did some stuff in TNA as well during that time period. I think as well, but he's gonna be one to look out for when he becomes a heel.
Okay. Right.
Hey Leo.
What's up?
Hey, when Sammy Callahan, I mean, well, no, when Penta was feuding with Sammy Callahan and his little group, was Penta a heel or a face at the time? Because that little hair
I think
versus
he
mask
would.
thing he did.
I think he had to be a heel.
Because that right there was real interesting with him when he was just like he was just taking Sammy Callahan guys away, and then after that he just appear up behind them and like want to do the mask versus hair mask, and it was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I agree with Leo that when I first seen Penta, I'm like, this is like a guy. I get he a lucha libre, but this is like a guy that would be good for a heel, like a heel lucha libre. Because his costume, his presentation, like Leo said, everything about him on the screen is heel. So it's like awkward to see him as a face in WWE when he looks like a heel, especially when he wears the black attire. Like when he wears that blue attire at the Rumble, he kind of would look like a baby face then, but for the most part, he looks like a heel. So, but it's a cool dynamic. I'm gonna check out more of his Lucha Underground stuff. I do want to see that full match of him and him and Io Sky, because like it was fun.
Oh yeah, it really was honestly. I'll send it to you after the stream.
Okay. Glad AEW fumbled Penta.
Hell yeah, they did. They fumbled
Yeah.
his brother too. They fumbling
Yeah.
everybody. They even fumbling Powerhouse Hall. Ain't it right, Leo?
You're not wrong about that.
That
Jeff.
is man.
Oh no, go ahead. Chris. What you about to say?
No, I was saying go ahead, Jeff.
Oh,
Oh,
Jeff.
that match was cool. It did what it did. You know, at the end of the day, both were great talent. They just need to do more with Liquid Kaiser. I'm tired of seeing him not being pushed like he should. And I think I think they should have kept him with Gunther. To be honest, you know, just like they did Jay. I mean not Jay with Jimmy with Roman. They could have did the same thing with. They could have did the same thing with Liquid Kaiser for a while, you know. And then they could eventually split up, and he could have did his own thing. But yeah, he needs some work. He needs to
Hmm.
go out. He needs to go after the title, the IC title. To be honest.
I think he will. I think he will. I think that's what they're pretty much teasing. I think his whole jealousy thing is now that Penta is in the IC title picture talks. So maybe that's why he got a thing against Penta. But I think he will. I think he will. Shay, what did you think about that first match?
I couldn't really expect much because of Kaiser, like it's Kaiser.
Mm.
But oh, let me say something. Kaiser, so if I like when he be running down, like he just run. Oh my gosh, he kills me when he be trying to run down of the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
be killing me like he a little Tweety bird. Like he be killing me. But but I mean, I didn't really expect much because I knew Penta was gonna win. I know they're gonna put him over him. I can't wait to see that kind of that dark side though. I can't wait to see that. But we all know they're gonna put him against Rey Mysterio. I want to see how that's gonna act. Like how that's gonna be. Like what his dark side. But I mean, it was an okay match for the most part. It wasn't like shocking. Wow.
Okay. All right. We got Judgment Day. We got Judgment Day in the
Wait,
Bad
what?
Weekly Lit.
Don't tell me this is true.
What's going on? Leo must have found out some breaking news.
I don't know. I think it looks official, but in a dark match, Liv defeated Rhea for the championship.
Oh, that's probably true.
Liv is the new world champion?
No.
No, it has to be because literally someone just put it up like about a couple of hours ago, and she
No,
was
I mean, like, I'm not. I mean, she's probably in the dark match. She probably won, but
no,
they not
but
gonna have it like officially on TV. They're not gonna
no,
announce
no.
it
But
on
this is the
TV.
thing, though. It literally says Liv Morgan defeated Rhea Ripley in a dark match on Raw, which was yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
to regain the Women's World Championship. If she beat Rhea to become champion again, that's
I
in
don't
a
know.
in a
See, I
dark
don't know if
match.
that's true or not because then they just put her in the elimination chamber. Spoilers for later, but that's why I said so because they do stuff like that on the dark matches. They do stuff like that. This is not the first time somebody has beaten the champion, became champion before.
Right.
They said that when they usually the story is when they do that in dark matches, that usually means that there are plans for her to be champion again on the TV show on the main show. Outside of that, that usually an indicator that they're going to put the title back on her.
This
So
is
if
I
it
don't
did,
know.
if it is true, I'm gonna look it up once we get done with this. But if it is true, that means a she's going to be a future world champion again. But it's weird. It'll be weird. Like that's just said like we tune in Friday Night SmackDown or on NXT and they just announce on NXT or Friday night that Liv Morgan is your new world champion. Like you kind of just diminish Rhea. You got to
No,
just
but not really because
not really, but it's
because
like
here's the thing. Rhea, even if she does lose, it doesn't do anything for her if she loses because she's just Rhea Ripley, and they built her to be that
not
way.
even in a dark match where nobody could even see it and expected it was
But
going on.
but didn't they do that with AJ? AJ beat Kevin Owens, become U.S. champion.
Yep. Yep.
Well, no, that
Yep.
was a house show.
But that was still like a dark match. Nobody was really seeing it.
No, a dark match is different than a house show match. Now, if it was a house show, she would they count house shows wins. So now if she would have beat Rhea at a house show, she would have came on Monday Night Raw as a champion. They do that. They don't do it for the dark match. The dark matches are just like a match just for fun for the fans before they leave and go home. That's what a dark match is. That's just for fun.
I gotta look this up apparently because
Is it they really should take advantage of the dark matches? It would keep storylines fresh and make TV better. I mean, yeah, that's true. They should. They should. They don't do many dark matches. Like the both of the times I went to Raw and Smack. No, I've just been to Raw, never been to SmackDown. Both times I've been to Monday Night Raw twice, and I never seen a dark match. Every time they do a dark match, is always when I'm not there.
yeah, this is her attire from last night, and she has had the championship.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see. I don't know. That's weird because it's not rare because they have done it before, but it's rare if they like if she come on Monday Night Raw and she's the new women's world champion. Like, what was that about? Because we all know how the show ended, so like that would be weird. But and out of the place because what's she doing? So that that's play devil's advocates. They say they do that. So that means Liv Morgan's eliminates the chamber match because a match for the world championship. Since she's in the match, is for her title.
Mm-hmm.
Which means Rhea would get in the match and probably just take it back. Like,
right.
Like, what are we doing? It's like
that's stupid.
It's crazy. Like it's just that's all. I gotta look that up because that's weird. But
no yeet.
But yeah. So Judgment Day is in the back. We see Liv Morgan with Raquel Rodriguez, and they're interrupted by Finn Balor. And Finn Balor gets to chewing Dominic Mysterio out, like I thought he would, about taking his spot in the tag team match. And then he said, not only did you take my spot in the tag team match, he said you stole it from me. You took my tag team partner with you and then got him injured, and now he's out. So he said, next time down, you want to be the one to make the rules around here and make decisions. Maybe we should get you a babysitter, which got them into each other's faces. Then only for Liv Morgan to calm things down and tell Finn that they had no choice because it had Dominic Mysterio not done what he did. They was going to give y'all a title rematch to someone else. So Finn Balor was like, okay, I can see it that way. And then Liv Morgan started talking about what Dom did for them. She got Liv that qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber and got them a tag team match for the Women's Tag Team Championship down the line. And he was like, "Oh, you did all this for Liv, but you didn't do nothing for me." And she was like, "No, hold on, I wasn't done." She said, "Who you think got you your qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber?" And Finn was like, "Wait a minute, you did that?" And he was like, "Yeah, because we're family." So, and he was like, "Okay." And then Carlito just come and say, "What did you get me?" And I'm like, "Hey, Carlito, god dang it." I wish they would do something with you. like get him out of the Judgment Day and do something with him. This man is too talented. I've been waiting too long for Carlito to come back, only for him to be a side character in the Judgment Day story in the comic relief. Good grief. Yeet. He said I got. Speaking of which, thank you for reminding me, Luke. He said, "Yeah, I got you the apple." So then we get to the second Royal Rumble winner, Charlotte Flair.
Oh, God Almighty! This was the dead. This is the dead segment in the show. This is where Rob took a dive for the worst. I never had a trigger finger before. I never had a trigger finger where I wanted to turn off a TV, Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, but I guarantee you last night was the first time.
So it wasn't good. Now, granted, I will give Charlotte credit where it's due. She did come out to some cheers, but it was kind of mixed. It wasn't like how Jey Uso, where everybody was just rocking and yeeting. I did hear some cheers, but then at the same time there was boos, and then the people who cheer was like, "Oh, well, I ain't about to get into no fight with these people. They don't like Charlotte. We about to boo Charlotte too." Or
they made the right decision too.
because I was trying to figure out where did Charlotte's cheers go? Because she did have some cheers
Right up the rear. That's where it went.
but I still can't get over the way she looks. Is it me or does she look vastly different? Like she got work done on her face.
It looked
From
like
the
Chucky.
last time she was there.
She look like Chucky.
Yeah,
But
lips done got fat.
and then I'm like, Charlotte, why did you wear
Everybody know
that?
what that means.
Why
Why she wear that yellow?
why did you wear yellow? Why did you? I mean, I guess.
Big Bird's little cousin.
What
No,
I
she
guess
got those. She got those Hulk
green.
Hogan booze. When
No,
Hogan,
Hulk Hogan
green
boots.
symbolizes jealousy,
somebody
right?
try to wear
And
yellow.
green with envy. So I guess green would have been jealousy. I was trying to figure out what if she was trying to do like a symbolization with the color yellow. But I think only thing that you could do with yellow is fear. And nobody really fears her, so that wouldn't make sense if she trying to say she wear yellow and put fear in people. But she did cut her promo saying that normally y'all booing her would have made her her mad or to bother her, but she said she actually missed it. She missed the boos, she missed the cheers because she missed everybody, and it was so funny because she says that, and you know what, she meant that because I understand because most wrestlers say they feel that way when they out injured and they don't get that cheers and stuff. They miss the cheers and stuff. So I know she was genuine with that. That it was just more genuine that we didn't miss you. It was like you, even though you were genuinely missing us, we didn't miss you. She's starting to look like a cat. She's getting too much done on her face.
Bro, I still don't understand it. I still don't get it. Like, it seems like new look, new surgeries, same result.
Well, you know what? It's probably her divorce from Andrade. She probably wanted to do something. It's not. I've seen celebrity women do that when they go through a breakup or a divorce. They'll go get something done to make themselves feel better. So, and it's obvious. It looks like she got some type of surgery on her face done, something done.
Nah.
Hey, it don't matter.
This is what you do. If she looks in the mirror in the mornings, right, and asks herself like what she sees, or she asks a person like what she sees, get rid of the mirror, because it doesn't matter what time of day you look, you are still going to be ugly.
Damn.
Just get rid of the mirror. Don't even look at the mirror no more, because you're just going to crack the mirror every time you look at it. And I'm the mirror.
Shit.
Hey, you know what?
Damn.
Damn. But I will admit, when she first burst onto the scene, when I first seen her, she was gorgeous to me. I just don't like what she did.
And then age happened.
I don't mind the boob surgery, but when she started messing with her face, that's when it's just like, you can't beat Father Time.
She can't beat ugliness either, but apparently she lost.
Yeah. Y'all ever heard of no ass at all?
Have you heard of what?
Hold on. Wait one second. I'll be right back.
She doesn't like what she sees in the mirror. Yeah. No, she don't.
I guess no, it's not that she doesn't like it's just the mirror doesn't like what they see, what's being reflected.
She looks just like her father, so she had to,
old and
get the surgery to change it up.
To look like a bear cat.
A bear cat.
But no, she starts to talk about how she missed everybody, how she missed the cheers and the boos, and that last year she thought nothing could really break her spiritually and mentally, but last year broke her because of the fact that she was being told that she might not ever wrestle again due to her injury, but that she fought and worked her way back to being able to come back to wrestle and come back to WWE. And I'm like, that was cool. And I'm not, you know what? I like that part of her promo. It was just the fact that she did when she followed up with, then she worked her way all the way back to the Royal Rumble to win it. And I'm like, that's where we disconnect here, Charlotte. This is where I gotta agree with my hometown people here and boo you. I'm glad that you worked your way back. I'm glad that you're able to wrestle again. I love that for you. I just don't love that you came in and took a spot for somebody who really worked hard. There was a lot of women who was working hard to get that opportunity. and the moment you're clear to come back, they pencil you in as the winner of the Royal Rumble. I don't like that. Now, now was it, if it was Bailey, would I have liked that Bailey went back to back? No, I wouldn't like that Bailey would have won it. It needed to be like how we did the men's. It needed to be someone like Roxanne, someone like Liv. Even though Liv has been champion, it would have been the first that she was champion at the main event WrestleMania. It would have been the first for an NXT superstar to come in. I think we need to do that, like an NXT superstar on her way up, actually win the Royal Rumble and have an opportunity to go to WrestleMania. You know, I think that's we need to start doing first time things with the Royal Rumble to make it fresh and interesting, because the way how we did it this weekend was kind of interesting and fresh. We got a brand new winner in Jey Uso. I wouldn't have minded Io would have won. Yes, I see you, Luffy. I wouldn't mind is Io would have won. Like it just didn't need to be Charlotte. But I digress. And she talks about she says that whether you boo me or cheer me, you know, she loves it all, and that she's back for the fans. She's back to go to the back to the top. But she would get interrupted by Rhea Ripley, who came out and showed her respects to Charlotte, and told her to, you know, and asked her to choose her because she would I think she did at one point. I can't remember what she said, but it did when she was just talking to the fans. She did at one point make almost like a heelish, like her usual heelish promo, but then she turned it right back into a babyface one. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Say, beer, NXT person winning the Royal Rumble would make it very interesting, because that means if they choose one of the main roster champions, that's an automatic call up. But if they choose an NXT superstar, you know, once again, put an NXT superstar in the main event of WrestleMania. But yeah, so in the middle of that, Rhea comes out. She even tells Rhea that I was trying to have a moment with the fans here in Cleveland, but go ahead. And that's when she paid her respects to Charlotte, so that she respect her, and that and she reminds her that the last time they went against each other, that Rhea beat her, but Charlotte was like, yeah, that's true, and I make no excuses for that. But the last time I remember the time before that, I beat you. So technically, yes, not technically, they won. They beat each other both times at WrestleMania. So it is a story there. It is a tiebreaker that needs to be broke between them, but I don't want to see that anytime soon. But she bet the first time with respect to pick her, but then and then she reminded her that, you know, I was a kid then when you beat me. I was just a kid, but now things have changed. This is my show, so please pick me, and I will gladly beat you again. But this time, Charlotte, she turns it on Charlotte on Rhea by Charlotte saying that, you know, I wanted before you came out here to jump the gun to say that she was gonna go to NXT tomorrow. She was gonna go to SmackDown because she wanted to feel inspired. She wanted to feel like something for these different challengers. But you jumping down here and jumping the gun shows me one thing, that you still that kid. And then this time she said, you know what? I respect you, but clearly you don't respect me as much as I respect you. So please choose me, so I could beat the respect in you. And thus that ends the promo between the two. Like I said, this wasn't as good as Jey Uso's because of the fact that I didn't really want Charlotte to be here in the first place. You know, as a winner of the Royal Rumble, maybe in the mid card division, I would accept Charlotte in the mid card division, just not in the main card division, because like we're relying on people who's already established instead of bringing someone new. But that's a story for a different day. Overall, it was still a decent promo, and it did what they needed to do because Rhea was there, Charlotte was there, so they try to plant the seeds of maybe how the fans would feel for Rhea, Charlotte too. And I could tell you, nobody wanted to see that. The only Rhea got the pop because it's Rhea, but when you could hear the crowd, you could hear the fans when they were talking and teasing a possible Rhea Charlotte too. The fans was not loving it. The fans was not loving it at all, and I'm not loving it either. I'm not, because we could get a Charlotte Rhea too. We could get a Liv Rhea 2,000 times and finally give Liv a moment. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Decent promo still, thanks to mommy.
Mhm.
But Jeff, what did you think about it?
Oh man. I'm gonna do like I do every week.
The trash can. We can't see the trash can, but you know we got the trash can.
The trash can. That's
13
all.
gallon trash can, ain't it?
That's all, folks.
Mm.
That's all I got to say. Trash.
The trash can.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, that's all he said. You gotta say. What about you, Chris?
It was all right. Wasn't really interested, but she deserved. I mean, Charlotte, she deserved to actually get booed. Because she doesn't really seem good, like as a as a baby face at all. So anytime Charlotte wrestles, is always she must be a heel because that's where her great that's where she works great in. Being a baby face, it's really nothing. So I definitely do want to go back and go with the Rhea and Charlotte thing once again because as I was telling Jeff earlier this morning, that it has history into it versus, let's say let's do her and Tiffany. It really don't have any history, anything or nothing like that. But I will be interested to see though, speaking of Tiffany, who will fight her at Mania this year.
Uh, Probably Charlotte because she did tease. She
Or
said,
Naya. I just playing.
or Julie. She did say Julie or Tiffany, and we already know it's probably gonna be Tiffany. So that's why
Yeah, it ain't gonna be.
that's why when she did that, when she mentioned Julia and Tiffany, the crowd really didn't respond because we pretty much know it's gonna be Tiffany. I said that was the same thing about Jay Uso. Jay Uso mentioned going to talk to Cody Rhodes, but the crowd really didn't care because we know you're gonna choose Gunther. So it's like they really not gonna get. They can't expect to get pops mentioning these people's name when we already know that it's gonna be. We already know the predictability that it's gonna be Tiffany and it's gonna be Gunther, unless they pull a swerve and Jay go after Cody, which would be something crazy. But okay. But yeah, she did mention it. She did mention it. He said if Liv gets another run, stop with the cowardly heel stuff. It's old. Yeah, I will say that. Me and Leo was talking about that with the Royal Rumble review and stuff beforehand. That Liv needs to be more of a CM Punk type character now. She needs to be more of a less cowardly heel and more of a dominant heel in a sense. That's why we said she need to go on an attack, and we did kind of get that tonight. She did kind of do what we wanted her to do, and we did get the results that we wanted. But I would still like for her not to be a cowardly heel when it comes to running away from Rhea. So it is what it is. Leo, what did you think about Miss Charlotte's promo?
I felt like she got exactly what she deserved that night. I felt if it was up to me, she would have got the ECW 2006 one night stand treatment that John Cena got, where they were throwing trash at him. Throw all the trash, throw your cups, throw your bottles of water, your beers, throw it all in the ring at Charlotte. That's what she needed. That's what they should have did. They should have threw the most disgusting garbage you could pick up on the streets.
Jesus
Just throw
Christ.
Just throw it. Just
I don't want them
at
to assault the woman. We already
Yes.
get a bad rep here in Cleveland. Jesus.
Well, guess what? She needs all of it. She deserves all of it. It's been what, 10 years, and she's still getting all the opportunities other women should be getting. Yeah.
Exactly.
See, I would have just, you see, if it was up to me, if I was running a company, I would not only would I do that, but I would have got every person that deserves to be pushed right now, and I said, if you guys want to be pushed, here's your opportunity to go do it. Go out there and interrupt Charlotte and beat the crap out of her. Every single one of you. Just walk down the ring, take one by one. One by one, everybody gets a turn. Beat up Charlotte.
And you'll get everybody gets a title shot in the next few SmackDowns and Raws. There's gonna be nothing but people getting title shots.
Exactly. Because I'm giving it to the people who deserve it. I'm not giving it to stars of yesteryear. You all will go to main events. That's where you're going. You're going to work your butt off to get another opportunity. And I will wait 10 years before you get another opportunity. I will literally let you come into the Royal Rumble and be the first eliminated and within 5 seconds. Just so people can crap on you and make jokes out of you.
Jesus Christ. Cyber said Tiffany needs to beat Charlotte. She has to. Yeah, because I don't want to see Tiffany as
Sabir, see, this is what I needs to happen. Charlotte, she got her opportunity, but I want the WWE to make her regrets stepping in the ring with Tiffany. I want Tiffany to come pull out Super Cena 2010 and squash Charlotte at WrestleMania. And make sure Charlotte never sees the daylight of a title opportunity for the rest of her career.
Jesus. It might be Super Charlotte at this point because they push Charlotte like she is Super Cena. Let's see. It said if Jay goes after Cody, Roman might get in his feelings. That's true. That's what make it interesting. He go after Cody, and Roman wants Cody. You might see a little bit of interest in head collision here with the tribal chief.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
The original tribal chief.
Let's see. He just laughed. He said, "Yeah, instant tire shot is crazy." Yeah, that's how I felt. Her coming back and winning the Rumble, and again, an instant title shot. It's crazy, but it's not unheard of. Like she has done this many times before. Just out of nowhere, she be in a match or in a rivalry. Then out of nowhere, she just right back into when she finished that rivalry. She's right back into the title picture, and
Becky
she
is the same
wins
way
and
though.
gets the title shot. So it's like, yeah, no, it's like it's, and I get it. Triple H, I get it. Ric Flair is the person who believed in you, so you want to take care of his daughter. But at some point, we gotta stop with the nepotism. We do. But Sabier does have a good point. It's not Charlotte's fault. He said, "LOL." Blame management. You know what? And that's what I do. I blame management. I don't blame Charlotte. I blame management because not management is putting her in these positions to succeed and not putting other people in the position to succeed. I always blame management. I blame management for both the men's and the women's when somebody who should be succeeding not succeeding, like LA Knight. LA Knight at this point should be at least a person that we could believe in that could take a title from Cody or the Gunther, and we still working him through the mid card division. You know, I blame management on that.
I mean, I blame management too, but Charlotte's just irritating. I can't stand looking at her on my television screen. Like at this point,
she always have.
I just really hope it gets so bad that they have to take her off television. I really hope this is what we're getting right now. I really hope it gets so bad WWE has to give her opportunity and pivot. I swear to you. Because it's not going to – WWE is the women's division. It's not going to get better as long as Charlotte's there. It's not going to thrive. It is not going to lead other women getting opportunities as long as Charlotte's there because Charlotte is going to hog all the opportunities. And unless a woman comes up one day and says otherwise and tries to put her down, it's not going to change anything. We're going to continue to get Charlotte every single week. And it goes back to what I said. If WWE was really trying to promote and put new stars in the forefront, they would have done that. And how would we know they've done that? They wouldn't have had Charlotte win the Royal Rumble. If they were really invested in trying to create new stars like Io, like Liv, and Alexa, one of those three would have won the Royal Rumble. Charlotte would not have won that Royal Rumble. But it just goes to show that they still have that same mindset that Vince McMahon has when it comes to Charlotte. Charlotte's always going to be in the title picture. Charlotte's always going to get the main event spots. We're never going to see anything different. When was the last time we seen a new star be put on a WrestleMania? You can go back to the last few matches that we have had since, 2016? Go to 2016. Who was in that one? It was Charlotte, it was Becky, and it was Sasha. Go to 2017. It was Nia, it was Bayley, it was Sasha, and Charlotte and Bayley. Go to 2018. Sasha and Charlotte. Not Sasha and Charlotte. Charlotte and Asuka. 2019. Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda. 2020. Charlotte and Rhea.
I still think Charlotte should have never beat the streak, but okay.
And then go to 2020. Charlotte and Rhea. 2021.
And Mickie James was 2017 too, because she beat Asuka, Nia, and Mickie James was feuding too.
Exactly. And then you go to 2020, 2? It was literally Charlotte and Ronda again. Charlotte and Rhea 39. It's been Charlotte at every single WrestleMania when it comes to a title picture. Are you guys not seeing the problem?
I would to answer your question about I think Rhea was the last new superstar they put in a WrestleMania match.
But what I'm talking about, like wrestlers that give you underdog vibes. When was the last time you seen that?
That was Rhea. She was the underdog compared to Charlotte.
No, she was literally the dominant one compared to Charlotte.
But she lost.
Charlotte lost, but if you think about
I'm talking about Rhea. Rhea lost.
At WrestleMania 39, she beat Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she beat Charlotte the second time, but that first time she won. Charlotte beat her.
Exactly. But still, here's the constant thing that I'm trying to get everybody to understand here. Charlotte has been in the title picture every single time. When was the last time you seen Alexa Bliss in a title picture going at a WrestleMania? When was the last time you seen a Liv Morgan in a title picture at Mania? Here's the fact for you: never.
Hey, with Liv Morgan was never.
Her only match at a WrestleMania was on a kickoff show at WrestleMania 36 against Natalya. And this version of Liv Morgan sweeps the floor with that version of Liv Morgan.
True. Have we seen Alexa Bliss in the main event of WrestleMania?
She competed. She defended the title against Nia Jax at WrestleMania 34.
Oh, so we have.
She was Raw Women's Champion. So you're telling me Alexa Bliss can go into a WrestleMania pay-per-view as champion, but Liv Morgan can't even get a singles match at WrestleMania?
I mean, if what you say is true, we might. Is she the champion right now? I don't know. I will say that it was weird. If we're gonna talk about putting the victory on people who's been out for so long, then I would have gave that victory to Alexa Bliss. She's been out for 2 years.
No, you could have even did it to Liv last year. If they want to quote unquote go with the route that's just like, if a wrestler gets injured and they come back, they should win. Then there's no excuse Liv Morgan shouldn't have won last year when she was hot as she was. She got one of the biggest pops last year. She made it to the Final Four. She made it to the Final Two. And she had story with the champion at the time, which was Rhea Ripley.
She's got a story with the champion now. And they still want, and they did.
But what did WWE do? What did WWE do? You fumbled the bag, you crapped on it, and you put her on the sidelines for WrestleMania.
I mean, we still got the chamber. I do hate that they made Liv and Io go against each other.
But that match was so good. You can't deny that.
The match was good.
Those two had just chemistry for days.
Yeah, it was a good match. I was hoping that Liv and Io would be in the chamber. So I'm like, where did this leave Io? Does Io turn heel and go up against Rhea?
No. Now, I think there's different ways I see this happening. Actually it's 3. And hopefully they go with the right decision.
Mm-hmm.
WWE, take notes. Make the right decision. You will love it, and you will thank me for it. First decision: you have Io somehow enter the chamber. Comes down to Liv and Io and Liv, right?
Mm-hmm.
Double pin. Therefore, both move on to WrestleMania to fight Rhea. Make it a triple threat. Rhea, Io, Liv. Triple threat women's world championship.
Mm.
Or you have Io into the chamber and win, therefore setting up that match. But that's my third one because I don't want Liv to be sidelined again. Liv Morgan has worked too hard to be sidelined WWE. Or Io does not make the chamber. Therefore, Liv wins the chamber. Liv gets her title back. Liv punishes Rhea Ripley and put her in the dirt where she belongs.
You know what? If Liv wins the chamber, I could see them doing like not taking Liv's spot from her. But if Io beats her, just because of the way Io lost, if Io beats Liv, then the match at WrestleMania becomes a triple threat match. I could see that. That would be the better option to me.
That's the better option.
That's the better at least option. He's in. But it might not be it's still not a 1-on-1, but at least
I'd rather her be in a title picture, like a world title match, than her not being on their chair. I'd rather Liv win Queen of the Ring and headline SummerSlam. But that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though, Sabir. They will let her headline a SummerSlam, but not a WrestleMania when they're still technically your big four pay-per-views of the year.
He said, "Dang, Charlotte headline more Manias than Hogan." LOL. Yeah, he said, "You go, girl." Yeah.
No. Don't applaud that. Don't you go her. Don't go you. No. You stop that right then and there.
That's true about LA Knight. That's true. He's not being pushed down our throats, but I would like him to be pushed a little bit more.
This is literally worse than Roman.
Clear the ring and headline. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But that's the thing. They always let her headline the summer pay-per-views, but when it comes to WrestleMania, they don't want her anywhere near a singles match.
I mean, but see, that's the thing, say Beer, when she did headlines Survivor SummerSlam last year when they was here. So
and then what was it, 2022? No, 2022. She headlined that SummerSlam too. It's like you'll put the title on her for SummerSlam, but you can't put a title on her going into Mania, and you can't let her win a championship at Mania.
We can't enable her. No, we cannot enable the Queen.
Oh, I did. I disabled the Queen. Disable engaged.
He said she's the Queen, dude. Love it.
She's the princess, okay? And Liv will put her in her place.
You know what? Either way, I do want them. The one thing I will say, I do want them. If Charlotte beats Tiffany, I do want to see like a Liv and Charlotte victory.
Now, I just thought of something.
We need to bring that story.
Know. Here's the thing: we don't know which title Charlotte's going for. With the way they teased it last night, I would not be surprised before Chamber, Charlotte picks Rhea. Charlotte picks Rhea. We get the best of 3 at WrestleMania. Now the match at Chamber becomes who faces Tiffany at WrestleMania. Liv wins that, moves to SmackDown, maybe beats Tiffany, and then coming out of it, maybe have her and Alexa as the first feud.
Yeah,
because Wyatt is on SmackDown. It's a possibility Alexa does go to SmackDown. I know according to PW Insider, it might be her going to Raw, but it's not confirmed. They didn't confirm anything because if they did, they would have said something last night when they were talking about the AJ stuff and everything like that. So give them reason to believe she might be going to SmackDown. So we know Tiffany and is the money match, Leo. I'm not naive. I just don't care to see Charlotte in another WrestleMania match. I really
don't either.
I would tune in because of Tiffany, but I'm not watching that match to Charlotte. Do you think really people if they're in their deepest of feelings, and I'm gonna be one of them. Do you think I'm going to a WrestleMania to see Charlotte compete? No, I'm going to
No.
literally see Tiffany beat the crap out of Charlotte. That's what I'm paying to see. I'm paying to see her lose. I'm paying to see her get her comeuppance. I'm paying to see her get payback for all
Yeah.
the stuff that she has put the women's division through. I'm gonna be honest. If we can really start to finally see the light and start seeing the bigger picture, you will understand what I'm talking about. The women's division will not thrive if Charlotte is the one continuously getting the main event spots. We are not
Oh
creating
no.
new stars if Charlotte is continuously in the title pictures at every single WrestleMania. We're not moving the needle if Charlotte's continue to do this whatsoever. I don't care how many times you convince yourself that it's not the fact. It's the reality. And then it goes back to what I said earlier. If this was false, if I'm speaking facts, if we were actually putting focus on new stars, Charlotte wouldn't have won the Royal Rumble.
No, sorry, wouldn't have won the Royal Rumble at all. I could see her being like the final 4, final 2, but she wouldn't have won it.
No,
they would have used her to put like they did John Cena to put somebody else over. But it wouldn't have been, it wouldn't have been how the way it went. But Shay, I know this is your girl. What do you think about it? Oh, she just left. I was just calling on her. Let's see, me either, but that's what's best for business. True. That is what's best for business. Need Tiffany to drop Charlotte the way Kevin Owens did to Sammy. Yeah, I would love to see Charlotte get package power drive. I would love for that. Charlotte didn't help the NXT division when she was there either for a couple of months. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you wait a minute, Xavier, are you talking about that time when she chose whatchamacallit, Rhea, when Rhea was NXT champion? Because if that's what you're talking about, yeah, she didn't help the NXT division at all during that particular instance. But you said yes, okay, yeah, no, yeah, that I figured that's what you were talking about. So then we get the backstage promo with Sammy and Jay. Well, it was Sammy being interviewed about his recent shortcomings of late, and that he thought he was going to win the Royal Rumble. Got eliminated by Jay by accident. But that he felt, he was like, okay, it is what it is. I got an opportunity later on tonight to go to the Elimination Chamber. But as he was talking, he would notice Jey Uso in the background, so he would tell that he'll finish this up later. And he go to confront Jey Uso, and Jey Uso is like, you know what? Look, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to eliminate you. That was my intention. And he was like, stop that. It's your time. He hugs Jay. He said, this is your time. This is your moment. You get to go against wherever chapter you want to get to go against. So this is all you. This is your moment. You take it. You do what you got to do. And, they shake hands. And then Mr. Devil on your shoulder himself, carrying a cross, just comes out of nowhere. And pretty much, he pretty much like tells Sammy, like, you know what does it feel like to always see somebody living out your dream, getting out these hugs and all this type of stuff? What did that feel like? And he was like, you know what? I don't know what's not getting through to you, but I don't need to see. I'm tired of seeing you. I don't need to see you anymore around here because I keep seeing you. Keep showing your face. You're going to become a problem. He said, what, me? No, I'm not trying to be a problem to you, Sammy, but I can be on any given minute. And then walks away from Sammy. And I'm like, oh, okay. That was interesting. Then we would get, this is where I mentioned earlier. Then we would get Rhea backstage talking with Io, or she walking
crash out
backstage
season.
and
Crash out season. Liv, we talked about he must have been watching our stream the other day,
Yeah,
but you was listening.
she was listening. So, and Rhea walks past EO, and EO's like, you know what? Maybe I see you at WrestleMania. And she was like,
Liv must have been watching her. Said, oh, she finna go to WrestleMania. Okay, we about to fix that.
Right. And Rhea just like she looks at the titles just like maybe, and she walks away. And as EO continues to warm up and get ready, she gets attacked by Liv Morgan, who would just start beating her down.
Would have made this segment so much more better if it was Charlotte backstage and she cornered Rhea Ripley one more time, and on her way to her car, just like Shane McMahon and AJ Styles in 2017, Liv went unhinged and put her through the car window.
That would have been awesome.
Leave her in a bloody mess.
That would have been awesome.
But then said, how would you like to? And we'll see if you make it to WrestleMania then.
Right. But then Rhea will come back to chase off Liv. Liv will try to check on EO, and then Raquel just come out of nowhere and just shoulder charge Rhea over the equipment, and then Liv will come back and laugh at EO to tell EO they see her out there, and both her and Raquel will walk away with Rhea and EO looking angry and anguish. But then we'll get a surprising new music and a new day, with the second match of the night being the New Day versus the LWO, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. And I gotta admit, that New Day music, that new music is hard. I like the graphics for it. I like everything because now it's still New Day, but it's like a dark New Day. It's like they dark and stuff. And I like the little solar eclipse sun and all that type of stuff. And then like Kofi Kingston and Xavier like in dark shadows with glowing blue eyes and stuff like that. So it was cool. It's cool. I like it. Then I like that it got a hip hop beat to it.
It was giving me anime vibes.
Huh?
It was giving me anime vibes, yeah.
Yeah. It had anime vibes for sure. I think they even have some. I think they on their gear they had Japanese wording too. I think it was Japanese.
It was.
Yeah. So it was cool. It was cool. I like it. I think even Xavier had the Majin Buu M on his ring gear too. So I like that. It was on his knee pad. So I was like, oh, that was cool. So yeah, he's definitely giving you dark anime heelish vibes, and I like that was like a hip hop beat and stuff. And I also just realized too later on in the show they do confirm Monday Night Raw's new theme song is by Travis Scott, which is called 4x4. And I didn't even realize that we had gotten that far where they already knew that. I mean, I figured it was going to be Travis Scott. I figured that's why Triple H did all that promotion with Travis Scott, but they never really confirmed what the new thing was, and we still never seen like a new intro for Monday Night Raw. But they did say the new theme for Monday Night Raw is Travis Scott's 4x4. But this match was pretty cool. I liked it. This match was probably one of the longer matches of the night because this wasn't a short match by any means necessary. What's up, Timmy the Racist channel? Hey man, happy Tuesday to you too, brother. But no, this match was good. It got what you needed done. Of course, Logan Paul would make his presence known, and like in the middle of the match, because for the most part it was just Ray and them going back and forth. Ray hitting some good moves on Xavier Woods, and then Logan Paul would make his presence known. And it was weird. Why is Logan Paul out here? Well, they revealed that next week it's going to be Logan Paul. And even though for one, it was Cleveland, Ohio, so it was Logan Paul's hometown, so of course he was going to show up. But more importantly, they teased that next week is going to be Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio in an Elimination Chamber qualifying match. That it was only going to be 2 qualifying matches tonight or last night, which is Liv Morgan versus EO, CM Punk versus Sami Zayn. But that's why Logan Paul was out there doing the match. I guess the match with Rey Mysterio and to be a dick as heel. But yeah, for the most part, the match was good. I mean, Xavier and Kofi did pull out some heel tactics. They so did Logan Paul, and it was Logan Paul would be the deciding factor, and he will cause them to he will cause the LWL to lose, and thus giving the New Day their first victory of this new healed run. They finally started to win matches, and Michael Cole even mentioned that on commentary too. Like, well, they need to start winning if we're gonna. They want to prove to us that they was right or whatnot. That was the right thing to do by getting rid of Big E. They need to start winning. So and well, Michael Cole, they did win tonight. Might not like how they won, but they won. It was like I said, it was a good match though. I enjoyed Logan Paul. Poor Dragon Lee just still getting pushed to the backside, but it is what it is. But yeah, the New Day gets the victory with the help of Logan Paul. I think it was backstage too later on the night or something like that Logan Paul would get confronted by Rey Mysterio. It's on a like YouTube channel if you guys haven't seen it or want to go see it, for you the audience too. But yeah, I'm doing great watching the replay from last night Raw because I missed it because emergency issues of the family. Oh man, hope everything's good, man. Hope everything's good. I hope everything gets better for you and the emergency resolves in a wholesome fashion. But Jeff, what did you think about that match with the New Day? It's the
It was cool.
Day.
It was cool. They need to do something better with the New Day, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
if they want them to be a heel, then they need to start winning more matches. I'm gonna keep saying it until they do it.
I
Like,
mean, what they did last night was the first step that they could
yeah,
have done, but
Yeah,
they
that was
need to
the
do
first
more.
step. Yeah, last
Because
night was the first step.
I do think if we're trying to make them heels, I would not be surprised if they're the ones to take the tag titles from Viking Raiders, whether if it's now or at WrestleMania.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, go ahead, Jeff. Finish what you gotta say.
But so far, I think the New Day turning away from all the different colors and all that. It's great, but yeah, like I said, they need to have more wins, and I see that's what they're kind of going. But at the same time, it's just like New Day. If you want to be in somebody else's business, you know, fix your own first with your family. Ah, that stuff with their families is just like it's crazy. But hey, that's what heels do.
Yeah, yeah. I still think it's a great thing that the one thing they try to do different with the New Day being heels is that even other heels don't like the New Day. So I think that's like a fresh take on being the heels, that you could do something so bad that even other heels don't like you. So I think that's still a good thing. But yeah, they need to start winning matches, and this was the first good step going into that. He said Dragon Lee was the highlight for me on on that match. Yeah, Dragon Lee was probably the highlight of that match. I just want him to start winning more because he hasn't won a match in a long time, and he was supposed to be getting a push. But once they got their hands on Penta and everything, oh boy, that went to the wayside. But Leo, what do you think of that match?
I thought the match was solid. I mean, they did get over what they wanted to in the sense of having the New Day be heels and having them get the win by any means necessary. Um, and we're also setting up next week's match as well for Elimination Chamber qualifier with Logan Paul and Rey Mysterio, which I think is going to be a good match. I think either one of those would be a good addition to having inside the chamber. But I feel like Logan is going to most likely advance. I feel like we can all agree on that. But at the same
Mhm.
time, based on what we did see last night with seeing Logan Paul cost Rey Mysterio the match, right?
Mhm.
Would it be out of the ordinary where Logan Paul does not make Chamber and Rey Mysterio does? Because if they're setting up an all-star type match for Chamber, right?
Mhm.
How cool will it be if you have people like CM Punk, John Cena, Rey Mysterio, Seth Rollins? Because I feel like Seth is going to advance over Finn, even though I want to see Finn in there. But I think Seth advanced. Just think how good would it be for Rey to be part of that lineup?
Oh no, it would be absolutely great. Now I can see them doing that. I can see them because Logan Paul really don't need to be in the chamber. He don't need
And
the
I feel like
chamber.
maybe even with the acquisition of AJ, maybe AJ comes out to make the save, and boom, the feud between those two kick off into going into WrestleMania, because I think that's going to be the match.
Mm. I can see it. I can see it. I know he don't really need to win the chamber because he's gonna have a
Because
match at
even
WrestleMania
going
regardless.
back to what was it, 2023, that chamber for the U.S. title, he had a feud going on with Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins was in there. And what happened? Logan Paul screwed Rollins over. He got in the
Mm-hmm.
chamber and cost him the match. I could see AJ being part of this chamber as well. And then same thing happens. He gets screwed over by Logan. Because Logan just a piece of crap. He would literally sink to levels just to screw with someone up.
Oh yeah, he would. He would. He did it last night.
I just hope one day he just messes with the wrong person and he gets socked.
He should have got spirit like Braun Breaker Spirit ISO speed.
Right.
I thought he learned his lesson when he fought against Seth Rollins. I thought he learned his lesson. He needs to come up upon that one guy he just can't do that with and will get put in his place in an instant.
Yeah, he does.
You do that to a Braun Breaker or Obafemi, oh nah, it ain't gonna be no need for a fight because he's gonna come right behind you, pause, and he's going to kill you.
Man. And speaking of Braun Breaker, we're gonna get to him in the later on. But no, yeah, you're right about that though. Logan Paul definitely need to learn his lesson. He definitely need to learn his lesson. Let's see what we got. We got an update on Roman Reigns. So they was advertising throughout the night, and they were trying to update us on the condition of Roman Reigns. I mean, find out they really don't have much of an update because Roman Reigns won't allow them to release much information. He only gonna allow they only got what he is allowing them, I guess, to say about him, and basically he's injured to a point where he might miss WrestleMania. Which I'm like, you got stumped twice, so how could you be that injured? But okay, like even I suspend my disbelief of storylines and fake booking and all that type of stuff. How's that supposed to believe that two curve stumps made him miss WrestleMania? So I see I could definitely see Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins fighting at WrestleMania. I can see that. Either that or CM Punk.
But as it stands right now, it is rumored that the plan for WrestleMania is a triple threat with Rollins, Reigns, Punk.
Right.
Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
is the plan currently right now to do that match at
Yeah, and
WrestleMania.
that would be a good match. That would be a good
But it's
one.
just, it just kind of would suck, just like a triple threat, but there's no stakes, there's no title.
It was just weird. It's just a triple threat for everybody just to beat each other up because they don't like each other. So.
Like it should be stakes. Like whoever wins, gets a title opportunity or something. I
Right.
want matches at Mania to have stakes. Like there's ones for titles, and even the ones that don't have title matches to their names, have some type of thing where it's like, well, if you win this match, you get a title opportunity. What if that's for a world championship or it's for a mid-card title? Have stakes so it
Mm-hmm.
makes the match even more important because now these two, besides having beef, have something to fight over.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what April is, so we're gonna have, shoot, you could do this. If you're gonna do a women's match or a men's match that's one-on-one, whoever wins gets an automatic bye into the match for the King and Queen of the Ring. Get an automatic bye.
Yeah.
You automatically end the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want to go a step further, whoever wins gets a bye through the entire tournament and only has to compete in the finals. Then everybody else is competing to fight you.
All right. And it's a match with those three has to be an extreme match or some type of gimmick. No, it definitely does. It has to be
It can't be a
something.
straight up. It has to be. It can't be no regular smegular triple threat. Even though it's no DQ, but still.
Yeah, it can't just be like a regular match. It got to be something. It'll have to be something. Then we'll get a CM Punk promo backstage where he would just they just talked about how he didn't win the Royal Rumble match, but he did say that the good that came out of him not winning the Rumble match was that that Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins didn't win either, but that he got another opportunity in the Elimination Chamber and that he had to go excuse himself so he could get ready for said match. He said, "Oh yeah," he said, "Sorry, Canada and Toronto, it won't be Sami Zayn going into the Elimination Chamber. It's going to be me."
Yeah.
And then we got a Lara and Bailey video package basically teasing that next week is going to be them in a qualifying match to be in the chamber. Why is Lyra in a qualifying match to go into the chamber? I do not know.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's champion.
she's champion. I would think that she should have had a chamber match for her title, but
But we knew
uh,
she wasn't gonna win that.
I I don't know what you.
I don't think she would.
No, I would think Bailey is going to win that, but because it would be weird for her to win it. She has a title. She needs to be defending that title, but
It's crazy. Chelsea is more of a fighting champion and has had more
then
defenses.
Lyra
Lyra
and
hasn't even had one defense yet.
right, Lyra hasn't even had one defense yet, and I mean not Tiffany, but Chelsea has defended her title at least 2 to 3 times now.
And what we've been having her champion for what, about almost 4 weeks now,
Yeah,
and she hasn't
about
defended that title once.
and she's yeah no
And we're still at the point where we're just teasing feuds. We
right.
teased
We tease
her
and fuse.
and Ivy.
You're on Netflix. You can have a whole 3 hours. You could have 4 hours if you wanted to. So why not just put on give her a match already, or
At this point,
at
I
least put
don't.
on a match for somebody to be the number one contender to
I'm gonna
her.
be honest. It just, at this rate that we're going with her, I don't even think she's gonna defend that title till Mania.
And that's crazy.
The
That's
fact that
crazy.
you're gonna, that would be so crazy because the way we're doing it right now, we're just teasing stuff. We haven't even got to anything. At this point, I don't think she's gonna defend that title until WrestleMania, and that's still over 2 months.
Chris, if not with he was with us earlier, but he had left. So I'll make sure he gets your question though. I'll make sure he gets your question. Um, but no, yeah, that would be that. That's crazy what they're doing with Lyra. We did get a promo though with Alpha Academy and Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. They was in the crowd and they was being interviewed about like what's next for the Alpha Academy, and Maxine told her that after what Chad Gable said and everything, they took evaluation of themselves, they and they plan on working hard to basically get forward in their careers. But then they would get interrupted by Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, who teased a feud with Otis and them because they was making fun of them and Otis got in their faces like he was about to beat them up.
Not only that, but both Austin Theory and Grayson, they were teasing stuff between them two as well.
Yeah, yeah. So that was an interesting promo. But then that will lead into the third match of the night, which is the first of two elimination qualifying chamber matches. This one being Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. Like Leo said, this was a great match between the two. That both Io and Liv work well together, and I like it. I like when they on the screen together. And this wasn't like one of those quick matches here. This was like a good 15-minute match.
This should realistically be the match at Mania. Rhea, pack your bags. You go into the back of the line. We're putting the title on Io or Liv. This will be the match for WrestleMania. Cry about it. This should be the match at WrestleMania. This should be the match at WrestleMania.
This will make a great WrestleMania match for the title.
Because here's the thing. Rhea, we already seen her as champion, and the match was trash. The match that everybody thought was going to be this almost banger of a match that's going to blow you out of the water with Becky and Rhea, and that match was absolute garbage. I've seen so many bad matches, but I've never seen a match that almost made me fall asleep until I seen this. And I said, this is who we're putting our trust and faith in, WWE. This is who you're putting all your eggs in. This is who you're calling your wrestler. This is who you're putting your company behind and your leader of the women's division.
Yeah, it seems like it. But it all could change. The match itself was good. Like I said, Liv and Io worked well together. They went back and forth. For the most part, it was pretty solid until the point where Raquel got involved. Then that's when it became like a little heel cheating tactic. But it was solid for the beginning. And then there was a point like with Liv would take too much time gloating and Io would take advantage of it. But yeah, Liv Morgan and Raquel would start using cheating tactics to try to get Liv over, but it wouldn't work for a minute until Rhea made her appearance. And Rhea came running down to the ring and she attacked Raquel. And then like Liv, I guess, tried to stop her from attacking Raquel and was like grabbing Rhea by the hair, which made Rhea angry. And she turned around and smacked Liv and right in full blown view of the referee, to where the referee was just like, you know what? There's nothing I can do, Io. Call for the bell. Ding, ding, ding. Liv is your winner via disqualification, and she will be in the women's elimination chamber for whoever don't get picked by Charlotte Flair. I would have liked for her to beat Io straight up.
She already did that.
But she already did it. But I guess the DQ finish is always going. I said it because it's going to give somebody something to say. Oh well, she didn't win. She got into the elimination chamber because they couldn't let her beat Io. She had to get it by disqualification. I'm like, yeah, because that's protecting Io. It protects Io because they probably got something they want to do with Io. So it gives them a story to do in that sense. But either way, cry about it. Liv Morgan is in the elimination chamber. Though she did hint earlier that they do have a women's tag team championship match coming soon. So who knows in what direction they're going to take Liv Morgan. But this also had an interesting story for Rhea and Io, because Rhea tried to apologize for Io for what happened. She didn't mean to like lose her head and hit Liv, which got her disqualified. But she said she needed help.
They put up the video.
You needed help. And Io would just get mad and,
she would start talking Japanese. But I did pull up the video that I got right here and then everything that she was saying. So first thing Io says is, "Why did you do that?" He says, "I could have gone to WrestleMania."
Okay.
and she walks away. Then she says it's insane. I could have gone to WrestleMania. That's pretty much what she said. That's a sentiment of what she just said to her.
Okay.
To Rhea. Saying,
Okay.
why did you do that? I could have gone to WrestleMania. Then she says, this is insane. And then that's just, I could have gone to WrestleMania.
Like I said, it's a possible tease for Rhea and Io. See, at this moment, Triple H is just throwing stuff out there to see what you would be more interested in. And it's a lot. They did a lot of teases for a lot of possible combinations of what they could do. WrestleMania is always unpredictable, so it's always hard to see what matches they're gonna put on until we get closer to the show, because it's so unpredictable at this moment. It could be so far away that it could be any amount of things can happen. Somebody could get injured, so they'll have to pivot. They have to pivot because somebody's going to get booed. Charlotte Flair. So
well deserved.
So anything can happen between now and WrestleMania. With WrestleMania being so deep into April, this time it's at the beginning of April. Anything can happen. But overall, it was a good match. I enjoyed it. I even enjoyed the little hospitality that we showed Liv and Rhea. One of the people that was in the crowd when Rhea and Liv was walking up backwards up the ramp. One of the persons in attendance told Liv and Raquel that to watch out so you don't, because they was about to trip over Rhea's belt. And they both looked down, was like, oh crap. They was like, oh crap. Because they was about to walk right over and trip over Rhea's belt. So they instead you can see that Liv and them looks and they pick it up and just like try to taunt Rhea with it. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool. But Leo, what did you think about that match between Liv Morgan and Io Sky?
Like I said, I thought the match was really, really good between both women. I think both women just showed that, they are the best in the women's division. And I hope that not only WWE, but the fans start to put more respect on Liv Morgan's name, in the sense of, I feel like she does not get her flowers. I feel like she's still very underappreciated and underrated in the ring. This match proved she is everything she said she is. This proves to me, and it should have proven to every single one of you, she definitely deserves to be on WrestleMania. She deserves to be in the forefront. She deserves to have her appreciation. She deserves her moment in the spotlight, because she has proven that she can carry the women's division. Matter of fact, she did carry the women's division in 2024.
Preach.
She had the best storyline that WWE's produced since the Bloodline has started. She carried WWE. And the fact that she still doesn't get her respect, she still doesn't get her flowers, is mind-boggling to me. She still gets crapped on. She still gets put under the dirt. She still gets thrown under the bus every single time. But no, she continues to show up and show out every single week, despite what everybody has been saying. She continues to keep shutting everybody up. She continues to do that. All the haters, all the naysayers, cry about it, because your favorite, right now, as this Io Sky, is not in the chamber. But guess who is? Liv Morgan is. And I kid you not, she has been the MVP, not just in 2024, but she has been the MVP in the past two Rumbles. She's been the runner-up in those past two Rumbles and Chamber, but she's been the MVP in those matches as well. When people come out of these shows, they're not talking about who the winner is. They're talking about who was carrying that match. And Liv Morgan was carrying those matches. She gave a reason that people were glued into these matches from start to finish. And I guarantee you, if it's up to WWE and they finally see the light that I've been preaching, she's going to be a winner.
Hopefully she's the winner. I do not. I want to see her finally get her she deserves to be. Yeah, her dues. She deserves to be at WrestleMania.
Because she's been paying her dues for 10 years.
I really do want her to get that though. Uh, no, he said what the Watch goal was to make Mid South Wrestling a national rival to World Wrestling Federation WWF. The Watch promotion featured matches and TV tapings in Louisiana, Mississippi, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Hmm.
But I
Okay.
think EO is probably gonna get in there, like I said. But I think the best decision is to have Liv, EO, and Rhea at Mania. I think you could do something where both are the final two. Because I think that makes sense to be your final two in the chamber
Mm-hmm.
and let those two have a actual match. Don't pull what you did last year, WWE, where literally Liv pinned Bianca and turns around to get hit with the manhandle slam and get her and send her packing. Don't do that. Don't
Yeah,
do that. That
I was
bullcrap
like,
shit.
at least you could have let them have the back and forth a little bit before then. But dang, she just turned it back around. I'm just like, oh, wow.
Because
Okay.
that what you did last year was some BS. Don't pull that again.
Nah.
But what they need to do is make it a triple threat. You could do that. Maybe like those are the final two, like we said. And then maybe it's like a double pin where like both opponent's shoulders are down. Or it's like where like one pins the other, but both are like pinned in some type of wonky way.
Mm-hmm.
And then boom, they have to make it a triple threat for WrestleMania.
That would be good.
Because if you're looking at the promotional posters, who's been on a lot of them? Liv Morgan has. So you automatically would think she's gonna be in a big profile match. She's on the poster for Chamber.
Yeah. She's on the poster for Chambers. She's on the poster for WrestleMania, but though, like I said, Jay was on the poster. He was the only person on the poster for Money in the Bank, and we didn't get Yeet in the Bank, but we did get a consolation prize. He did win the Royal Rumble, so I'm happy with that. But so I don't know. She's on the cover, so I feel like she should be theoretically she should be
What?
in a big profile match.
There's no wow. Wow, little big man. I wasn't expecting to see this.
What?
Guess who just returned to WWE and he was on NXT just a couple minutes ago?
Joe Hendry?
Nope.
You said Matt Cardona?
Nope. I wish.
You said he just returned to NXT?
He returned to WWE and he was just on NXT tonight.
He returned to WWE. He was just on NXT
Tonight.
Adam Cole?
Nah.
Who's been gone and because they came back? Valentine the Dream?
No.
Like, I give up there. I don't know.
Let me tell you. Fandango.
Fandango?
Yeah.
Where have he been?
TNA.
Fandango.
He was in TNA.
Oh, okay.
He interrupted
All
Lexus
right.
King.
Is he still in TNA or he like under?
I think he's still in TNA. Part of the system with Moose, Brian Myers, and Eddie Edwards.
Fandango. My man, I actually started like that towards the end. His whole Fandango thing, I started like that. Watch promotion featured talented wrestlers such as Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Jake the Snake Roberts, and Dr. Death Steve Williams. Watch promotion also featured Sylvester Ritter. Okay. Yeah, that's some stuff I did not know. I did not know that. All right, that's some history I never knew about back then with the WWE. But then again, you are one of our oldest members of people to be watching the channel, so you would know more about that than I would. Jeff, what do you think about Io Sky versus Liv Morgan? Did we lose you, Jeff? I think we did. I think we lost Jeff.
Somebody put this out on Twitter that says, Becky is the only WWE horseman who has never been divorced or called off in the game. Respect to Becky. They have the women with their divorces. This is Bailey, 1 engagement called off. Mercedes Moné 1 divorce. Charlotte Flair 3 divorces.
Yeah, that's true because I think Bailey is the Bailey. You said it was Bailey is the only one.
Becky.
Becky. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Charlotte Flair just apparently gets Charlotte Flair just apparently gets tired quick.
But I think her last 2 marriages was before she became a WWE superstar, wasn't it?
I have no idea. Oh,
I think
speaking of Liv, before we go any further, they were coming out with the they came out with the wrestlers, and they had the wrestlers 2K ratings for WWE 2K25. Io Sky is at 89. Liv Morgan is a 91.
Yeah, okay. All right. A 91. I like it.
Because what was she last year? She was lower than Raquel last year.
She was?
Yes, because let me look at this. WWE 2K24 ratings. Let me find Raquel. Let's see here. Okay. Boom. Roster. Okay, we go through the women. Do we not have the women on this one?
Y'all need me one there with y'all one day. Oh yeah, for sure. You want to get on the channel with us? Just let me know. Just let me or Chris know, and we'll get you on here.
Facts.
Trust and believe. You got some valuable insight onto what the old school days of wrestling was, so you definitely could get on there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Liv Morgan was at 85 in 2K24.
You said she was at 85?
Uh-huh. And Raquel was at 86.
Okay, that makes sense. But because Liv just went on this tremendous run, so it makes sense.
And plus, at that time, she didn't return at that point. She didn't come when the game came out. She just returned.
Yeah. So yeah, it makes sense why she would be 85, but she definitely worthy of a 90 now.
She needs to be higher. She got to at least be a 92 or 93.
Oh, 91. You said 91, yeah. So she okay. Cause I think Jay is not a 95, ain't he?
Somebody is so mad. They says, I swear to God, if they run Rhea and Liv back at Mania, what are we doing? And then it just says, it didn't have to caption Liv Morgan. I'm going to Elimination Chamber. Cry about it.
I mean, we could possibly run it back with Charlotte and Rhea again. So I definitely would like to see something other than Charlotte and Rhea. I mean, at least I understand we've seen Rhea and Liv Morgan multiple times over the past year, but at least it will be at Mania where Liv has never been other than a pre-show. So come on, man. It's like, yes, it's the same match over and over again, but at least it's where Liv will probably get her just dues. But afterwards, we get a interview from the War Raiders who basically talk about defending their titles, and they give respect to JD McDonough, as he should. JD McDonough deserves all the respect because that man is a trooper. Yeah. That man had a cracked rib and punctured lung, and he finished that match. Damn near almost killed himself. So yeah, much respect to JD McDonough. He did not want to let the fans and everybody down by having to get pulled out that match. So he was like, I'm going to finish this match. But that man collapsed when he got to the back. So much respect to him. I like that now where everybody talk about JD McDonough now is all in respect because of how the heart and determination he showed. So, yeah, I like that. I do. I like that. But, yeah, there was a good interview about that, about what's next for them, and they would get interrupted by Alpha Academy, who, in a sense, were basically was saying that they that what's next for them is that the whatchamacallit, the Creed brothers will be taking their titles. And he said, you know what? I'll let you believe that that the Creed brothers can out wrestle us, but they better be ready to go to war because that's what it's gonna take to take the titles from them. And then Chad Gable mentions that he's gonna be leaving the American Made to go seek the dark arts in Lucha Libre to defeat the Luchadors, and that when he comes back, he want to see the tag titles on the Creed brothers and Ivy with the women's Intercontinental Championships. And I'm like, more teases of Aleister Black. But before I go any further, it look like Leo got some more news for us.
So, going back to what we were saying earlier with Liv and stuff like that, with Io, there is a possibility Io might not be in the chamber because as right now, it is speculated that Io might face Rhea at Elimination Chamber.
So instead we might get it early than WrestleMania. We might get that Elimination Chamber.
Because apparently we might be getting, because right now it is speculated we're probably going to get Io challenging for the title at Elimination Chamber, and she won't be in the Chamber match, meaning we could potentially get whoever wins the Chamber, Liv Morgan, going on to face Rhea Ripley, and maybe Io finds a way to beat Liv, and maybe she's added to the match.
Yeah, get added to the match. Though I will say, either or sounds good as long as Liv is involved. So we can finally put this behind us with this burying Liv. That's what I want. I wanted us to put this whole thing of putting Liv on the back burner behind us and finally just keep her in the main title picture. Whether even if she don't win the title, I just don't want to feel like she's going to get demoted to like the tag team scene. I just be like, okay, she didn't win the title, but she got a chance to win the title sometime this year. Like I want to feel like that about Liv. That I know that she's no longer going to get pushed back.
And then the same night, she beat Rhea Ripley in the dark match because not only that, you saw the attire that she had with the Liv for Dom, the Liv Dom thing, and then the same attire she had in her match. She had wore out there to face Rhea in the dark match, and she's walking with her championship. And apparently, she did beat her. So I don't know if Liv faced Rhea.
Did they show Rhea in ring gear?
No, you just have the visual of Liv walking away with the title.
Liv walking away with the title.
Let me see if I can find. I'm gonna pull up the picture here.
You know what? That could have been what I was just talking about. Because remember, I told you Rhea left her title on the ring entrance, and a fan told Liv and Raquel to watch out for the title because they was about to trip over it. I think she could have picked it up because she did pick it up. She picked it up and taunted Rhea with it. They didn't show it. They didn't show it because they had the graphic of Liv being in the Elimination Chamber. But when they looked back and saw they was about to trip over, Liv picked it up and was going like this to Rhea with like, haha, I got your title. And we never seen it after that. Oh, I see it. Yeah. That Liv picked it up off the floor because Rhea dropped it.
Fans like this is why I like seeing Liv Morgan win, just to piss people off like this.
But it wasn't this guy. The guy that with the blue, it was another guy that dressed like him, but it was an Asian guy. He was the one who told Liv and them to watch out for Rhea's belt because they was walking backwards and was about to trip over it.
And maybe there was a reason why she picked up the title.
So if that's because I remember, because that would be the only time. Because that was the same spot they was in, but they didn't show that part. They just showed her bend it down, picking it up, and she was still like bending with her knees on the ground from the ground position, holding it and taunting Rhea. But you could tell she picked it up and taunted Rhea too, because Rhea was looking at her at a downwards position, and then she looked up, and they never showed Liv again. But that picture shows that picture. I think that's what it was. I think instead of them having a dark match, it would just Liv taunting Rhea with the belt because Rhea got her Rhea inadvertently helped her get into the Elimination Chamber match. So she was taunting Rhea with the title. But I could be wrong, but I think that's where it took place. I remember she did pick it up on the actual show. She did pick up Rhea's title on the show when she was taunting Rhea before Rhea started talking to EO about her losing. And she did taunt
This
Rhea.
is true. Somebody pointed this out. They said had Rhea face Liv during Rhea's feud with Charlotte leading up to WrestleMania 39, then had Liv be used to spice up Becky and Rhea's feud, and now being used to fuel the tension between Io and Rhea. Girl, when are they going to stop using Liv for Rhea's WrestleMania feuds? That's true. They always do that. They always use Liv in the lead up to Rhea's WrestleMania feuds, but they never just add her in the feud.
This time they need to add her because she still haven't gotten her rematch for the title. She just lost it, and now she's in the elimination qualifying match. So,
but that's the thing, and I didn't even notice that, but they did, because Rhea beat her on SmackDown leading up to her match with Rhea. They did it last year, just to fuel her that god awful feud that they did with Rhea and Becky.
Yeah.
They just pretty much put her as a roadblock.
And that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying like I want them to get past this with Liv, where instead of being a roadblock, she's one of the pillars of the people that you could count on when it comes to the title, and that way we know. Oh, when she loses the title, she's just not going to go automatically back to the tag team division or mid card division. They're going to keep her.
I would have been okay with them putting her in the mid card title division because then it gives her a title that she hasn't won yet. She's still on her own. She's still potentially elevating other women by helping them have compelling matches.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been okay with that. But the tag team titles, no. The only other feud outside of the titles that I can, I agree with him. They did it 2 times and they did it last year. Exactly.
Yeah.
But the only other feud outside of the titles they should do is do Liv versus Alexa 1-on-1, or Nikki Bella teased she has some unfinished business with Liv Morgan, Nikki Bella 1-on-1. Or if Trish Stratus is available for WrestleMania, Liv beating a legend and Trish would do big things for her.
Yeah, it would.
Mm-hmm.
It would do
There's
big
no
things for
reason
her.
you should have her in the tag team titles. You have 3 potential matches for WrestleMania singles. Or if Becky's not available just yet because she's filming a movie, have Lyra's opponent for WrestleMania for the IC title be Liv.
I don't know. I hope we do get there. We need to get somewhere with Liv. Right now, I'm hoping it's back to the main title picture at WrestleMania. That's my biggest hopes. But if not, at least a singles match at WrestleMania against Lyra. Something. Give her something for WrestleMania.
If not, she needs to win. She needs to win Queen of the Ring, leave Raw, switch to SmackDown, take the title from Charlotte. If you're not going to do that, maybe you give her Money in the Bank.
Make her a 2-time Money in the Bank winner.
Make her a 2-time Money in the Bank winner, and you go all in with this heel, and have her be the first woman to cash in at WrestleMania. Think about if you have a Charlotte facing someone like a Rhea, she enters herself in that match, beats them both, and takes the title. Walk out of WrestleMania with the championship. She didn't need to win the Rumble. She still got her WrestleMania moment by beating someone at WrestleMania and becoming the first to cash in at that show. Or give her the validation. Let her win the Royal Rumble.
Because at this point, that's the only thing she haven't done yet is win the Royal Rumble.
in the Elimination Chamber. Those are the only two
Oh, in
things
the
she has not
elimination
done.
chamber. Yeah.
She's about to go into her seventh. This is about to be her seventh
Yeah, I
or
think this
eighth
might be her
chamber.
7th elimination chamber.
And this past weekend, it was her 7th Royal Rumble. She's been in every one of them.
Yeah, they
Hard to tell you.
even mentioned that Liv Morgan. I think they said Liv Morgan and Natalia has
Yeah,
been
they're
in
the only
every.
two to compete in every single one of them.
Yeah.
But Liv has been the Iron Man in most of them. But you just can't give her the validation and let her win it, can you?
Nah, don't seem like it. He said, "Oh yeah, we already read that." Jeff, you with us, buddy?
Yeah.
What did you think about EO versus Liv Morgan?
Oh man. It was cool. You know. Um, they still got to do better. They still need to do better. Like y'all said, they need to have something, you know, for her to do. For I'm gonna say, because that match to me, like I said, was good, was cool. But at the end of the day, like some of these other matches, they just be throwing them together.
True.
They don't need to be doing that, especially with these women's matches. Like some of the men's matches, okay, I see. Yeah, you can throw it together, but but the women's matches, no. Like develop a story with most of these matches, with most of these women, and I use the same women week after week.
Yeah. And I mean, we have Peer Fusion Collective just sitting backstage.
Perfect
Let them stay there.
Yeah, let them stay there. But perfect example. Like if you're gonna have a match with somebody and do it week after week, at least make it for somebody new.
Ain't no way the 2K25 soundtrack playlist been leaked already.
I can believe
Right.
it.
These are the songs: Bar Song, 365, Charlie XCX, Billie Eilish. We got, what are some notable ones? They got How Do You Want About Tupac on this one. Wow.
Hey,
Can I assign this thing to Liv Morgan?
2K gonna be interesting this year because now we got the My City for
Hey, and
2K.
intergender. I'm putting Liv Morgan in the men's WWE Championship division and having her beat Roman Reigns for it. The new tribal chief.
She gonna be the new tribal chief.
The tribal queen has arrived.
The tribal queen. They need to put Liv Morgan in an encore match for the title. Yeah. She needs to get. She never got her proper rematch. But yeah, we got Adam Pearce being interviewed backstage because he had a big announcement, and that announcement just ended up being that AJ Styles in the last bit of the trade window before it closed, he was able to get a trade done that sent AJ Styles from SmackDown to Monday Night Raw, which means that SmackDown probably got Drew McIntyre since we didn't see Drew McIntyre on the show. Hopefully not because of some real life stuff, but because he's been traded to SmackDown, which I think has been rumored that he's going to SmackDown to feud with Damian Priest because him and Damian Priest might have a match at WrestleMania. And Braun Breaker would interrupt and he would say, "Oh, AJ Styles, huh? You like him?" He was like, "Yeah, I do. He'll be here next week." He said, "Well, keep him far away from me." Speaking of which, let's talk about me and about this Intercontinental Championship. Like, do you care at all about the Intercontinental? He said, "I do. I respect the Intercontinental. You and the Intercontinental Championship." Well, if you do, can we go somewhere probably and talk about what's next? And since you respect it so much, and so then we got a little tease of what could be coming for Braun Breaker. And I was saying the same thing. I was with Braun. I was like, yeah, what is y'all doing with Braun Breaker in the title? Because it's just like he don't do anything. He don't do anything right now. The show is so focused on other people that we don't even do nothing with Braun Breaker. Poor Braun Breaker. When we get Seth Rollins coming out for his promo to talk about what he did at the Rumble and whatnot, saying that he's happy that Jey Uso won the Rumble because he said good things deserve to happen to good people and people deserve to get what they deserve, which brings him to CM Punk and Roman Reigns. He's glad that CM Punk didn't win the Royal Rumble. His future main event aspiration is still up in the air. He said Roman Reigns. He said what he did to Roman Reigns, he did because of what Roman Reigns did nothing but do the same thing, but hurt people for the last 4 years and his family and other people for the last 4 years. So he just gave Roman Reigns his just desserts and saying that he did it because he know Roman Reigns would have done the same thing to him. And then he said, with CM Punk, he needs to talk to Sami Zayn, which he brought out Sami Zayn, and he would basically give Sami Zayn like a pep talk and fire him up, saying that he said, even though we know we're two different people, it may have not been seen eye to eye recently, but we know one thing for sure. I don't like CM Punk, and I know deep down you don't like CM Punk either, but we handle things two different ways. So I need you to, I know you could beat CM Punk. I know you could win. Because this is also when we get to mention that he's going to have a qualifying match against Finn Balor for the Elimination Chamber. But I like how in his speech to fire up Sami Zayn, he just overlooks Finn Balor and be like, "Come meet me in the chamber." I'm like, you do realize you got to get past Finn Balor first to go into the chamber, Seth. But okay, you're just gonna overlook Finn Balor like that?
Apparently, because I don't think Finn's gonna win.
Right. Finn, when we listen to Finn, we don't win. That's for my girl Liv Morgan.
Or if you're Finn, you just don't win.
Oh yeah, you're Finn, you just don't win.
But Finn should realistically win.
Yeah, Finn
to add more, heat to like the feud. Like imagine if we do have this match with Finn and Rollins, and maybe Punk either does something to kind of throw Seth off his game to cost him the match, and this leads to Seth being furious and costing Punk the match at WrestleMania by Finn Balor advancing.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Finn, I actually was hoping Finn would make it in. I see. This is the thing where they keep putting people together that I don't want them to put together because I want to see the two them face each other in the chamber. Now we have to settle for one or the other. It's either going to be Finn or it's going to be Seth, instead of being Finn and Seth facing each other in the chamber. But then again, it goes back to what you said earlier. They could be trying to make this a stacked legendary elimination chamber with just like we got 3 old school people and maybe 3 new school people. So with Rey Mysterio, CM Punk, and John Cena. So yeah, I can see that. But yeah, he fires up Sammy and tells him that the beat CM Punk and go on, and then he will leave the ring. And then CM Punk's music would hit, and they would get into a little mini brawl with Seth Rollins leaving and CM Punk coming towards the ring. And then after they had to be separated, I do want to point out that in that brawl, Seth Rollins really decked CM Punk. Y'all heard, like you heard, like he really smacked CM Punk. I was like, oh, okay. Guess we really don't like him. I had a crush on Liv Morgan, but not anymore. I still got a crush on Liv Morgan. I would marry Liv Morgan if Liv Morgan was looking for a relationship. She said
it's not. I think she said in a recent interview, it's not that she's not looking for one. It's just she said like the person that she with has to be more understanding of her schedule and knowing her relationship with Dominic on television and stuff like that. Someone that can handle that.
I would definitely handle that. I know what you and Dominic got just for TV. I know.
I'll put it like this: if we're talking about wrestling crushes, like the first one that I actually had was Candice Michelle.
Yeah, you know what? No, Trish was my first one.
It was Candice, and then it was Trish. Yeah, for sure.
Trish was my first.
Trish still looks good though. Like, even like now.
It was Trish. Then it was Ashley Mazzaro.
RIP. Mine was Mickie James. Mickie James did look good though. Especially when she was crazy.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, Mickie James was too. Because when she had that I guess you could call it lesbian and like love interest with Trish and that mistletoe. My girl Trish was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "No, Trish, let it happen."
Hey, if you go back to Friday After Next, what was his name?
Damien, like he just
Damien
let this happen.
Damien said, "Don't fight it, just let it
Don't
happen."
fight.
That's what Trish needed to do. Don't fight it, just let it happen.
My first crush was Lita. Oh, don't get me wrong. I had a crush on Lita too.
Here's the thing though, and I've said, and people have said this. Liv current day, right, is a mixture of Lita, Jeff Hardy, because of the Daredevil, mixed with Ambrose. The reason why I say because Jeff Hardy and Dean Ambrose were both very good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And always got some of the most crowd, but they never were the people that they went with to main event WrestleManias. Even though the fans really wanted them to. But the company never went with them to main event. They would let them because think about with Ambrose, right? He carried the title through the summer, dropped the title. Same thing happened with Jeff Hardy. Win the title later in the year, but literally loses it at the Royal Rumble, the WWE title. When he wins the world title, he wins it and then loses.
Well, you know what? It's the asterisk with Jeff Hardy because we know he was going through some substance abuse and stuff like that. So I won't say for sure they just didn't want to go with him. It's more like maybe because of his substance abuse and stuff that was going on, they couldn't because he couldn't get himself together. So I could agree to a certain extent with Jeff Hardy, but Jeff Hardy did have stuff going on that I was like, okay, maybe it was just that. Maybe if he wasn't going through that, I could say, well, yeah, they just never wanted to go with him for WrestleMania, but he was going through stuff that kind of hurt his career. So there is a possibility that's why they never went with him for WrestleMania. But yeah, this will lead into the main event. Oh, by the way, no, then it went from
the set things.
Once I had my crush went from Ashley and went to Kelly, then E Torres. Then
people had a crush on Oksana.
Oksana?
I thought, good God Almighty.
Good God.
Speaking of Seth, though, why did Seth come out to Monday Night Raw last night
looking like the Undertaker?
Looking like Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah. Oh my Seth, what is you doing?
Yo, Shay in the group chat, she was talking about is that the Undertaker or is that a witch?
No, that's
right.
Jeepers Creepers.
I'm like, what is you doing? I'm like, Seth, sometimes I'll be rocking with you, what you be wearing. Sometimes I don't. I get it.
So think, Luffy says looking like the Diddy Taker.
And look, somebody put I seen on Facebook
looking like the Diddy.
I think it was either Facebook or Instagram. Somebody put a picture side by side with Seth Rollins and Beyonce. They was like, and Beyonce had the same kind of outfit as Seth Rollins, and I'm just like, bruh. And she had the blonde hair and everything. I'm just like, bruh, leave this man alone, please.
But think about his kid's current wardrobe. He looked like Jeepers Creepers tonight, and then at WrestleMania 39, he came with all pink, looking like a walking Pepto-Bismol.
Right.
Like, but my currently, I still never got up. Is Liv, but I kind of also secretly got a crush on Melina. I still had I had a crush
see
on
where people
Melina.
coming from when it comes to Rhea. I could see it.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love it. Take me for mommy.
A little tats.
No. So my first crush was Michelle McCool, and then like somebody now, I'm gonna say, oh, that's kind of hard. I'm gonna
if you guys were watching the early 2000s, do you remember somebody named Crystal Marshall?
Crystal Marshall. Huh? Is that the girl that used to go with Bobby Lashley?
I think so. But remember back in 2006, Great American Bash, if you guys remember, Rhea Has My Heart. Of course you would have. Of course you would. Can't blame you. She's a good looking woman.
Yes, she is.
I ain't gonna lie. Ronda Rousey.
Woo! Oh no! Oh no!
She looks like a mixture of Shrek and Donkey if they had a kid.
No, and don't get me wrong. I find Ronda Rousey attractive. I just think her personality, me and her would clash. She seemed like the type that would try to be the boss of the relationship, and then if you don't let her, she's just gonna beat you up with her MMA skills. But
he's another one. I like if you're usually you want somebody who has something in common or someone you could clash with in a good way. Liv, I feel like her being like a nerd, kind of, in a sense. Even Zelina Vega, just because she likes anime and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, me and Zelina would be perfect because we both like anime and stuff.
Michin.
Oh yeah, definitely Michin.
Oh, definitely Michin. Yeah,
because she likes anime and stuff too.
Yes, Trish retired from the ring. Yeah, that hurt me when Trish left the ring. I was like, no more puppies.
Nah, that's exactly what Jared the King Lawler would say every single time.
Kelly,
yeah. But yeah, no. I had a big crush on Melina.
She retired too quick.
She retired too quick. I did also have a crush on Sable too, but my boy Brock Lesnar is living the dream with Sable.
Hey, remember Dawn Marie?
Oh God. No, that whole storyline with her and Tori Wilson was awesome.
Hey, take me back.
Tori Wilson alone.
Tori Wilson. Woo! Anyway, back on track here. The main event. We were supposed to talk about the main event. Thanks a lot, Timmy. No, we was up here talking about wrestling crushes here. We got Sami Zayn versus CM Punk.
Ouch! Collision is. I knew Collision was terrible, but dang, that's even worse. AEW Collision this past week only got 197,000 viewers.
Oh God!
It makes yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
At this point, cancel AEW.
Ouch.
If your ratings was like this, good God Almighty, even NXT is blowing you out.
But they had the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's true too. That could be what it is to the Royal Rumble.
We knew they weren't gonna get. They weren't gonna surpass them at all.
Yeah. But the match itself with CM Punk and Sami Zayn was good. It went back and forth. Sammy, I like that CM Punk kind of played the heel in it.
Yes.
Because he was like, look, Sammy, it's going to be me who goes to the chamber, not you. It's me who's going to WrestleMania. And like he kind of like taunted Sami Zayn. But and then it gave that Sami Zayn that underdog feel that he almost could do it. He almost could beat CM Punk. And we came close to him beating CM Punk several times. CM Punk, we came close to beating Sami several times. But in the end, it did come down to Sami going for a Haluna kick and CM Punk turning it into a GTS and beating Sami Zayn to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. So now we do know at least it will be John Cena and CM Punk. And then Sami would, try to go show respect to CM Punk. Like he was going to show respect and shake his hand. But he would get attacked by a still kind of bloody looking crazy Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens looked like he was still kind of bleeding from the face. I'm like, dang, they ain't fix your face, Kevin? You still busted?
Right.
Oh, yes, AJ Lee. Good luck. Look at you, Timmy.
Hey,
look at you.
We got some good news for WWE, though.
What?
Jim Johnston is doing music for WWE again.
Yes. Good God. Yeah.
Def Rebel.
Get out.
King Rocks. Go to AEW. They can use you because y'all will be a good couple. Bad creative, bad theme song.
Music. But yeah, no, Kevin Owens will look crazy. And speaking of what Luffy is talking about, he would look crazy, and then he'll hit Sammy with the package power driver, which it felt more devastating than he when he did it on Cody. It looked like Sammy's head actually touched the mat this time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he would hit him with a package power driver, and thus
Now, with that,
that's where the show would end. It would end
yeah.
with them
But you
looking
gotta think
crazy.
though that I feel like KO and Sammy is going to happen at the Chamber, with it being in Toronto.
Yeah,
And
I think that's going to be the match.
I think there, Randy Orton returns, cost KO the match, therefore send up Randy KO for Mania.
Yeah, okay. All right. I was hoping it'd be Sammy and Kevin Owens at Mania. I was really hoping that would be the direction, but then that makes more sense that it'll be Kevin and Sammy at Chamber, and then at Mania.
In Toronto, yeah.
Yeah, Toronto, and then at Mania it'll be Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. So that makes sense. It makes sense. But Jeff, what did you think about this main event?
It was cool. The only thing I didn't like at the end, here comes Kevin Owens with his hurt self coming in the ring, getting in somebody else's business, picking up Sami Zayn, slamming him on the apron, like he always do.
Did y'all notice he had the Sammy Forever shirt on?
Yeah, he had the Sami Zayn Forever.
Yeah.
It wasn't Sami Zayn Forever. It was Sami Zayn for life.
Right.
Sure, I would like to see Kevin Owens bring the pop-up powerbomb back. That would be nice.
I think they said he hit a version of it on Cody Rhodes in that match, that ladder match.
Yeah, I would love to see that move again. Or bring back the stunner. Either way.
True. I think he still do the stunner, but now because of this whole heel thing, now he's just doing the package power driver.
Yeah,
he keep trying to do the move that'll keep getting him heat because it's supposedly be banned, even though we know they unbanned the power driver. At least they unbanned that version of the power driver anyway.
Yeah.
Can a woman get a power driver?
Jordan Grace uses it. I think Jordan Grace uses the package power driver.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need Liv to
Liv.
inherit that and start just going bananas and using it on everybody.
The thing is, she's so tiny that she can't get it off without actually really hurting somebody.
If it's like more like
she couldn't do it to Charlotte because it would hurt Charlotte because Charlotte's too tall. Rhea's too tall. Like the only people she could do it on would be like Io and Zelina and maybe Jordan Grace because she's a little bit taller than them.
And Alexa Bliss.
But she couldn't get it on everybody because they'd be too tall, and if she would do it, they would really hit their head.
Well, if that's the case, then she needs to come with a different finisher, like maybe like a
power
stomp or something.
A power driver, or I don't know.
I say do a Batista bomb.
Yeah,
for Liv.
Yeah,
but she can't pick up anybody that's taller than her. It feels like
she can do the armbar.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, you know what would be a good finisher? I know she doesn't do submissions, but she's done it in the past. Let her use the rings of Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Remember she does something like that. What if she does like a curb stop almost?
But that's why I was trying to figure like, is we just talking about straight finishers that could actually be devastating?
That can really put a lot of people away.
Yeah, like she would need something like a power bomb or maybe
because I
or maybe like a choke slam. No.
I do like. Now this is the thing I do like about the.
Or maybe her doing the stunner. Maybe she do the stunner.
Because I don't mind her doing the Oblivion. I don't mind her doing the Oblivion, right? But up until the point she fought Rhea, nobody kicked out of Oblivion, and the first person to actually do it was Rhea.
Rhea,
And the
yeah.
same thing happens for Riptide. The person that kick out of Riptide first was Liv. But I feel like the thing with Liv is when every time she does the Oblivion, she not almost times is she always ends up getting caught. Like she'll go for the Oblivion and she's about to hit it, but everybody will literally catch her.
The Code Breaker. She be doing the Code Breaker. I think that needs to be her new finisher.
Oh yeah.
Because you got to think about it.
Because
you got to think about it. Every time she hits the Oblivion, she most likely gets caught. She gets caught by Rhea. She got caught by Becky. She gets caught by Bianca. They always catch her.
Either that or the super kick.
A super kick.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be something that fits her character. She's so small. There's not that many power. There's not that many power moves she could do.
She could do a moon. No, I'm about to say a moonsault, but no.
No, she's not built like a high flyer. So that's why I said the Code Breaker is probably her best devastating move she could do. They just need to put that as her new finisher.
They need to make her do this. Have her do the stunner.
You talking like the Stone Cold Stunner?
Yeah, a form of it, not. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see like a modified version of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's not strong enough to do like the power bomb or nothing like that.
No, she has done it before.
Well, picking up somebody like.
I think most of the time that she's did it, she just picked them up off the ropes and did it.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to say like picking up somebody like a Nia Jax, let's see, a Rhea Ripley, somebody like that, Jade Cargill. I don't think no.
She's not gonna do it like picking them up, but she could do it off the ropes. But if it's like Zelina or Io, she could do it.
Yeah,
because they got the athleticism to help her pull it off. But yeah, Jeff said it was a cool match. He liked it. Leo, what did you think of the main event?
I thought it was cool. I thought Sammy and Punk really had a good match. I'm looking forward to see if they do end up having this match again in the future. I know for a lot of people, the match, they couldn't pay too much attention to the match for the simple fact that there was like bugs going on through the show. So it was like, so people really couldn't pay too much attention to it. But I thought the match was really good. I felt like Punk was going to advance, but they gave you that sense of hope where there was a possibility that Sammy could pull off the upset in advance, especially with it being in Toronto, and him being a Canadian. I think people really wanted to see him in there, but I don't think that was the case. I think they need Punk in there because I think similar to the Rumble, they're going to make this an all-star type match with the biggest names you can think of, and I think Punk being in there with Cena just makes sense. I think Rollins is going to be in there, and not even just I feel like there's two. I can honestly sit here and say Rollins might not even make the Chamber because Reigns might get back at the Chamber. He might even cost him from even getting to the Chamber.
I think he's going to be in the Chamber myself. I think it'll be Rey Mysterio, John Cena, and CM Punk, and it'll be Rollins, Roman,
and maybe AJ,
and maybe AJ Styles.
Yeah,
I can see that being the Chamber participants. Because if we're going to make it like an all-star Chamber, that would do it. But that's the show. That's all we got. We got some superstar that was released. Kevin Owens going crazy on people. A new superstar in the Monday Night Raw. I'm I'm upset that we didn't get some type of NXT call up. I feel like at least the way they was teasing was going to get at least Last Legend or somebody to the main roster. But I guess then again, it was too early for Last Legend.
So the rumors I've seen for um the Elimination Chamber, of course you got CM Punk, then you got Randy, you got Roman, Seth, CM Punk, and then Drew McIntyre.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But you know what? I feel like Randy's going to be there either way. Even if he's not in the Elimination Chamber match, I feel like he's going to be there just to screw Kevin Owens over when he go up against Sami Zayn.
I
If
wouldn't
they do
mind
this,
seeing Randy Orton being in that match and winning.
yeah,
But we already know they're gonna give it to either John Cena or CM Punk.
yeah, either John Cena or CM Punk is winning the
And if
Chamber.
John Cena doesn't win this one, he gotta win. He has to win. He has to win soon. Like like
Right, because this is his last year. He got to win it soon. But I feel like Elimination Chamber will be good because John Cena winning the belt at WrestleMania is a WrestleMania thing. Like him becoming a 17-time world champion, breaking the record. That
like
has to happen. That should happen at WrestleMania.
Somebody
Because we
really put
can't do it. We can't do it at next year's WrestleMania because he's not wrestling no more. He's retiring after this year.
who was
So
that? Somebody
somebody
said something about they don't want John Cena to win. Like this, the
that
record
was me. The
shouldn't
reason
be
why I
broke.
said that, no, I didn't say that. I said this. I want to see John Cena have a story arc where he struggles, right? He
mhm.
struggles to win the Rumble. He struggles to win the Chamber. He gets on a WrestleMania. He maybe wins that. He struggles to win King and Queen of the Ring. He struggles to win Money in the Bank. And then maybe he gets an opportunity maybe at SummerSlam or in the lead up to Survivor Series.
Yeah. I mean, that'll work. That'll work. The only reason why I want him to do it now, so
Because
he
he
could
becomes
drop.
more desperate. Because I think he can become more desperate with him losing all these matches. And we already seen glimpses of potentially him turning heel at some point. He said, I'm no longer going to be this yes man. I'm going to take opportunities. He says, it's like Super Cena turning heel. He says, all the hard work I have poured into this company, I deserve it.
Yeah, he did it earn his way into the Elimination Chamber. He just asserted himself,
I think it
and they
was.
gave it to him.
I think it was either a legend or a YouTuber that said that, and I'm just like, bro, this is his last ride, his prayer world tour. Why not let him win? But we already know that they're gonna have Charlotte win at WrestleMania, win the title at
Please don't.
WrestleMania,
Please don't.
I mean, at least you wouldn't be breaking the record.
and they say,
But you know, but here's the thing. WWE's made it very clear they want her to break that record.
Yeah,
Even if Cena,
this will
even
put
if
her
Cena
close
does
to it.
break it with 17, bro,
Charlotte's still an active wrestler, so she can
she's
still
gonna
break
become a
the record.
15-time women's champion. That
She'll
means
be
she only needs 3 more title reigns, which she's gonna get easy.
right.
You know
She,
she,
she
you know
needs
she,
she,
we
she
already know
needs
she's
3
gonna face
title
Tiffany
reigns to
Stratton,
get to 17.
So
and
by the
we
end of her
already know
career,
she's
she's
gonna
gonna be.
face.
I wouldn't be surprised by the end of her career she wins the title 20 times.
It was
With
like
WWE's booking her like the way they've been doing.
right.
But speaking of Roman, someone says Roman's gonna pull an HBK move on Rollins at the Chamber. Like, remember HBK in 2010, he walked in as world champion. HBK snuck his way in through under the Chamber. He came up through the Chamber and super kicked Undertaker, allowing Chris Jericho to win the title.
Yeah,
I could see Roman Reigns doing that, coming in, spearing Rollins, costing him the world title, his match at Mania.
Yeah, I can see that. Ratings. Jeff, what do you get Monday Night Raw?
Let's see. It wasn't too bad. I see an 8.
Okay. He said 8. I'm gonna give it a 7. It was tame. The crowd atmosphere was good enough, but it felt like it was just the show wise what they put on. It was pretty tame. Like nothing really happened. We just we didn't really like make it feel big or anything. We just pretty much went steam for ahead into the elimination chamber, and we get the usual teases from the Royal Rumble winners that they not going to make their decision just yet. They about to go to check out each champion before they make up their decisions and
Oh,
whatnot.
also shout out to Apollo. Apollo will be out for quite some time. He put out on Instagram a few weeks ago on SmackDown, I tore my pec.
Yeah, that he's hurt.
An unfortunate situation. Sometimes you do everything right, but there are just some things beyond your control. Looking forward to the road ahead, attacking it with positive and unstoppable mindset.
Oh man, Apollo Crews.
Yeah. So tell me why I seen it was like a poster of him
and he shaved his beard.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, he was on the poster for the United States Championship and I think instead of Jimmy being on the poster.
But Jimmy is going to take that title from Shinsuke. I'm calling it. Jimmy is going to take that title.
Oh yeah, Jimmy probably gonna end up being that. They're gonna try to start Jimmy's singles title career since Jay is being elevated to the main.
Because think about the visual, right? World champion Jay, U.S. champion Jimmy. Have that visual, both of them standing. Because think about it. 10 years ago would have been 2015. Nobody would have thought 10 years from 2015 we would be standing here. Jay Uso's about to win the world championship, and Jimmy Uso's winning the U.S.
You heard what Cena said when he did that little spiel with Jay Uso about him being in his position. I'm just like, when he said something about he watched them grow up, and then he was like, when Jay first came into WWE, he told him, "Hey, you're gonna be in the main title picture down the line." And I'm just like,
he told it to Jay, but he didn't tell it to Jimmy.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, Jimmy is pretty much. I'm not gonna say he's following in Jay's footsteps, but you know, Jay took the steps towards the main title. So I think, like, down the line, hey, Jimmy could become, have the main title one day. Who knows?
Yeah. One day I can see it happening. He said a pay-per-view that we don't see anymore that is fully loaded. Yeah, when was the last time we seen a pay-per-view like that? That was a while ago. Holy crap. Leo, what did you get Monday Night Raw?
I mean, Liv winning, Liv being the focal point of Raw, Liv advancing, seeing some funny stuff with Rollins coming out looking like Jeepers Creepers. Funny. Jey Uso, great segment. Had me emotional. Had me on the edge of my seat. Loved it. I'll give it a 7. I have to deduct because of Charlotte being on my TV screen. So that gets a deduction. Her irritating me, her boring me, her being on my television screen when I don't want to be on my television screen. Loved it. I was going to make it a 6 just because of that. But because the crowd booed the crap out of her, I had to bump it up to a 7. They would have got a 10 if the fans just started throwing things.
They gave her that Hulk Hogan treatment. I was like, whoa. But then again, it's well deserved because we're really. I love you, Charlotte. I just don't love your booking. I don't love your booking.
And you should not be in the Rumble. You should not be winning the Rumble.
I was okay with you being in the Rumble. I'm just not okay with you winning the Rumble. You should have won the Rumble. You should have. You been in the final 4 or the final 2. Yeah, I'm okay with you being in the final 2 as long as you're not winning and that you're putting somebody over. But you actually being the final two and eliminating Roxanne. That was I mean when they said that Roxanne was the final was gonna be Roxanne and Charlotte, like Charlotte's winning. Now it was Charlotte and Nia. I would have been like, ooh, Nia might win this, but no. They told you by letting it be Roxanne that she wasn't gonna win. But it would have been a swerve if she did. But yeah, I agree with you at 7. But that's all we got. That's it for the Monday Night Raw. We might do a video Thursday. I don't know yet for sure, but we might do a video Thursday. We definitely gonna be back Saturday with a SmackDown review. And then it's business as usual. We don't have a Saturday night main event for a while, and we don't have a whatchamacallit, another pay-per-view until March 1st. So
I got something for y'all before we end it out. So y'all know who Journey Fatu is, right?
I think
Journey
so.
Fatu, that's Jacob Fatu's brother, right?
Yes. So they said he's supposed to be coming soon to WWE.
Oh yeah, I seen that post. I think you posted it in the little.
And then they said Hikalea, they been delaying his debut. He signed with WWE, but they said he's still he's still working his contract with, I think, the Indies or wherever.
Oh, I thought he was injured.
So I got some other news that
No.
Bailey had put out in a recent interview, and it says Bailey is pushing for an Evolution 2 pay-per-view, and I quote, this is what Bailey says.
Yes.
That's even more opportunities for women's wrestling to be showcased. There's so much more to do. Now we have 2 more titles we can go after. I've been dying for an Evolution 2, and I think now is the perfect time. Bigger than ever. We have more girls than ever. We can have a freaking back-to-back 2-night show if we wanted to, like WrestleMania. So many girls, so many at NXT. We got this TNA partnership. We got 2 new titles. What are we doing? Let's do it.
Oh no, I agree.
If they made Evolution 2 a thing yearly, it made it a 2-night spectacle. Maybe like in December, since we don't have a pay-per-view in December. Put that in December.
I agree. With the TNA partnership and everything, you could do a 2-night women's Evolution and do it like a Forbidden Door.
Yeah, because
like
you can have things like this. You have both all women's titles on the line. You have the women's title for Raw and SmackDown, the NXT women's title,
Women's North American,
and the NXT Women's North American, the women's IC, the women's US, the women's tag team, the knockouts. That's what, 8 championships right there. And even you have 8 titles. And then across both nights, you have those titles be defended. Plus, you have a battle royal to crown a number 1 contender for one of these championships. And maybe they face the person on night 2, which would be a cool concept. You also have other people that could be a part of the show. TNA is going to be part of this. Maybe you'll get like a dream match or so. Maybe you'll get
some legends to come back.
Some legends, yeah. You can get some other people, like we've been saying earlier. This is a way to get Liv Morgan even more over if she was to beat a legend at that show.
And we got partnerships with all these indie wrestling companies and stuff like that. So we might as well use them, like the development companies. We might as well use them.
And here's another thing: we have now WWE Evolve. That is a thing now.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
What if some of these wrestlers that we name, like Liv Morgan, she feels like, oh, if they're not gonna put me in a title picture, why don't I go to Evolve and make a name for myself?
Make them
to really show what I'm really capable of doing.
She can make them big stars too.
And then boom, not only you're making big stars there, but she is showing how good she can be to the point you can't even deny her being at the top. Because honestly, I'm looking forward to Evolve. I'm gonna have to tune in.
Yeah, I'm gonna look forward to it too.
And it's on Tubi. It's free.
I'm looking forward to that too. It's
And
gonna be
that's on
the
Tuesdays.
it's gonna be the developmental to the developmental.
Yeah.
That's gonna be something. But
I watched it before.
But now it's supposed to be something different though, right? Ain't they gonna be? They put more promotion and production value into it.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Tubi, I think.
Yep. Yep. That's what Leo just said it's gonna be on Tubi.
And
But
that's cool.
we're gonna get out of here. We took enough of the time. Like I said, we might be back Thursday. We're gonna have more of this discussion on and some news topic, depending on some news breakout. But before we go, shouts out to Jeff right here. Jeff Wrestling 24. You see his name on the screen. Get over to his channel if you already haven't, and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things for him because we want to get him to 500 or 1,000 subscribers where he should. Like I said, I'll be always joking that him and the YouTube gods, we're gonna put them on that WrestleMania match. Whoever's the head charge of YouTube, him and Jeff gonna have a WrestleMania 41 match. Then that is my buddy right here, kicking it with Leo. Me and him, the passionate Liv Morgan fans that just want to see Liv Morgan get her just deserved respect. Liv, if you're watching this, I love you too, by the way. Just saying, just throwing it out there. We love you, but you know, if you ready for a relationship,
Bonjour.
Anywho, Dominic, I'll treat you better than Dominic Mysterio. I will fight Dominic. Anywho, shouts out to Leo for joining us. Get over to his channel and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. You see what his name of the channel is. It's Kicking It with Leo. He has blown the roof off of the expectations. He has I think he's a little bit over 1,000 now.
I am at, let me fact check so I can give you a correct one. I'm at 1,016.
1,016. We want him to get to 2,000 or more. Hey, get him to 5,000. Shoot for the sky.
Reach for the sky, boy.
Yeah.
Reach for the sky.
Let's give him to 2,000, 5,000 subscribers. Again, you see his name. Get over there to his channel. Shouts out to Chris. Happy birthday, Chris! Once again. Happy birthday to Big Chris. As a birthday gift for Chris, since it's his birthday, I'm gonna need y'all to go over there and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, especially the share button. Do all those great things for him because he's at a whopping, I want to say 75,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I think it's 75.
Yeah, so we want to get him to that. We want to get him 25 more thousand so he could be at 100,000. We want to get to 100,000 because that's when he get that beautiful YouTube plaque. So that when he joins on the screen, like you saw him earlier, we could get him up and running. Thank you, Luffy. Glad to have you. But yeah, we want him to be on here with that YouTube plaque because he's the inspiration to what we all want to achieve. We all want to get to 100,000 subscribers because that means when we do get to that, we should start getting those. We start getting recognized by WWE. Hey, like kicking it with Ross and them. How they be getting recognized by WWE. We want to be like that.
If you guys have been paying attention, I've been. And for those who have not, seen me as of recently, I have been on his channel recently on Kick on the Ross. I was on with him for the Royal Rumble predictions, and I was on his channel probably a week prior to that.
Okay.
So I've been on his channel at least twice now, and potentially I could be more on there in the future.
Oh, well, hey, look at that. Leo rubbing elbows with the bigger up and coming or bigger YouTubers. Hey, maybe one day we all could get on kicking it with Ross. He seems like a cool guy, though. He seems like a
He's
decent guy.
definitely
I
a
like him.
core. He's a genuine person in this wrestling community.
Yeah. All right. Maybe we all could get together in this wrestling community and do something with WWE. Hopefully, one day. That's my dream anyway. Shouts out to Shay, aka Know the Rules. Uh if you like football, if you like wrestling, and you want one channel that does both, she's your girl. Get over there and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things because that's why I said she got the football and wrestling, and we want to get her to 500 or more subscribers. Shouts out to Punch. He couldn't be with us, but you know the man's always watching. Big Bro Punch. Shout out to Big Bro Hector. Again, he'll in the next month or so we'll get Hector on the show. So be on the lookout for that. We'll have a full house here, and not so distant future. But again, shout out to Hector. Shout out to me, by the way. Get over to my channel and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things for me because I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. And when I do, I will have a reward for one lucky tribe member. And you see my name there, a little bit, man. Gaming. I do reactions, I do reviews for movies and TV shows, wrestling, all that good stuff. Eventually, comic books, everything. That's all the stuff I enjoy. I do gameplay videos as well. But speaking of rewards, there's one last channel we got to shout out before we go, and that's the Wrestling Pit Podcast. We want to shout that channel out because this is the channel that brings you all of us together. We're like the Avengers when we come together with the Wrestling Pit crew or the Wrestling Pit Podcast. And therefore, by the way, that was an early name for us too. We was going to call ourselves the Wrestling Pit crew. But get over there and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. Do all those great things for us because we want to get to 500 or more subscribers here on the channel. And when we do get to 500 here on the Wrestling Pit Podcast, there is a reward for one lucky pit member. And hey, it's a nice piece of merch. That reward is a nice piece of merch. As always, I like to say too, the channel will be booming. It's a big year in 2025 for the Wrestling Pit Podcast. But hey, go enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.
If y'all want to see what Little Big Man's talking about, go to some of our other videos and you'll get a sneak peek.
Oh yeah.
A sneak peek
forgot about that.
What's coming in the future.
Yep. We got videos. We're not
gonna spoil it for y'all right here in this video. Just go check them out.
Yep, you gotta go check out the previous videos. I ain't gonna tell you which video, but I will tell you this: it's a last couple of videos.
But sooner or later, you'll see all of us.
You'll see all of us
with something
magnificent. Leo will have one. I will have one. Jeff will have one. Everybody will have one.
Just stay tuned.
So stay tuned. But with that being said, Wrestling Pit Podcast, baby.
Baby.
Yes. Yeet.
Yeet.
We out.
And we're out.